All right, it's the last episode. I guarantee you guys, sometime before this episode ends, Merlin will tear up.
There's a podcast called Between Two Slabs. They consume mass media. It seems so sad. It's the great Curator and Merlin. They can't grow pubes, so they gotta wear a merkin. They got no money, so I guess they gotta share. Just two nerds wishing they could grow body hair. Comics, cards, and toys, nothing that would interest you. It's the podcast that nobody listens to.
All right, rise and shine. It's Merlin Collects time. And Dan, the great Curator, for another episode. And the final episode of Between Two Slabs. Hope everyone out there in Between Two Slabs world had a happy holidays and getting ready for the new year and watching some sports or buying cards, buying collectibles. There's a lot of things going on in the collectible world, which we will still discuss about it. All the collectible news and hobby news that's been going on, even though this last episode, we will share and whatever we have, some mail days. I'm sure, Dan, Santa Claus was kind to you, so hopefully you got some stuff to show us that you've picked up over the holidays, me as well. So first and foremost, how was the new and great Curator holiday?
Let me say this before we get into our small chit chat here. Let me just say this was our final episode, guys.
Yes.
So thank God I never have to listen to Merlin say "rise and shine" ever again.
Oh, it's not over. I'm still coming over your damn house, dude, and saying that every
That's pretty much
time.
the main reason I decided to end this show, guys.
But
here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, tonight's gonna be a special night. I'm in a good mood. I had a great holiday. Things are going well. I'm in a great mood. So we're going to be doing a lot of giveaways for you guys tonight, okay? Starting with, I've got a bunch of SMC products that I will be giving away to people in the chat tonight, including the brand new release. Hasn't even come out yet, okay, of the Smokey the Bear release. I haven't even shown people yet. So this will be a world premiere for us.
And how appropriate you had that in a forest green box.
Of course. It's got to be on brand, right? Plus, I've got some new products to show you guys tonight. I'm really excited about these. These are our new Street Fighter Prism stickers. Nobody's even seen this yet. Not even my partner has seen these. These are brand new. They just came in today, and I'm going to be doing some giveaways. And you know what? I'm not even going to wait. Oh, wait. Let me just say this too. We're going to be doing some unboxings tonight. I've got some products that I brought back from my Asia trip. So we're going to be doing some unboxings tonight. Mail days. I'm going to be talking a lot of shit about some people and products that I've been holding back on because I didn't want the sponsors to drop us. But everything's going to be out on the table tonight. So you guys are going to be really entertained.
It's still going to get spicy.
Yes, and you know what? We're gonna start off before we get into all this bullshit. Usually we go for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But you know what? I've kind of cleared my schedule, so we could, if we're having a great time, we could be here for like 3 hours, guys. We'll see.
Oh boy!
But of course, if nobody's here and I just get tired of Merlin, we'll end it real quick, okay? But regardless, let's start this off with a banger. Let me look at the comment section here. I want to acknowledge some of these people that have been following us week after week, commenting and supporting us. Two guys in particular, which I have to try to understand why they do this. Carlos and Mark the Collector, okay? They always sign in. If you guys don't notice, there's like little timestamps on the chat. They always sign in like a couple hours early, like 2-3 hours early for every podcast to leave a comment. I never knew you could do that, but they've been doing it for as long as I can remember, okay?
Forever, man. Forever.
So, Carlos, Mark, if you're in the room right now, okay, if you're here, first of all, thank you for supporting us. And you guys are the first two people to get a giveaway. So I want you to tell me from this list, because I know that you guys have bought, I think Carlos has bought a few of them from us, okay? You tell me you want Rocketeer, Popeye, Dick Tracy, Terminator, or should I get this one? I'll give it this for you guys. Smokey the Bear, you get one of them. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to write this down real quick here. Okay? And you guys will be the first ones to get those. I gotta pull a pen and paper out here. And then contact me on Instagram so that I can get your mailing information. Okay, Carlos, you want Terminator? You got it, buddy. Terminator for you. Mark, what do you want? What do you want, Mark?
What do you want, Mark?
I'm gonna keep this going here, okay?
Hello, Mark. What do you want, buddy? He just said yes.
Think about what you want on there and let me know. And then make sure you message me on Instagram with your shipping information and everything like that. Carlos, I don't know if you have an Instagram or not, but you know how to contact us. You have our email. Send me your information so that I can get that giveaway out for you, okay? And then let me check. And you know what I just discovered, Merlin, is when we stream on Instagram, I have to separately go to Instagram to check the comments. So I want to make sure that I get in the comment section here on Instagram.
Oh, because we're doing both.
I don't leave anybody out, okay? So if you guys leave
Mark wants to know the options again.
God, Mark, you're gonna make it hard on me, okay? You get Rocketeer, Popeye, Dick Tracy, Terminator, or I'll give you Smokey the Bear before anybody else has it. All right, you get one of these, okay? You let me know. Okay, Carlos has.
Only you can put out forest fires, dude.
Yes. I'm gonna do it. Let's do the world premiere while Mark is quickly doing eBay comps to figure out which one he can flip the quickest. Okay, before he tells me, let me show you guys the brand new. This is the world premiere of the Smokey the Bear box here. I just made the teaser announcement. I haven't even shown anybody yet, but here it is. Forest green, Smokey the Bear. Look at that graphic on the back. Look at the graphic on the side here. This is officially licensed by the United States Forest Service. So we technically here's the official badge here. Technically, we have a government contract now to make cards with the government. Here's the inside. Okay, let me just show you that right there. Beautiful graphic.
Everything in there.
Okay, and then here is the artwork for you guys to see. Check that out. Beautiful artwork. Let me pull this out here.
Right. It definitely looks like a Smokey the Bear downtown.
Check that out. Beautiful artwork done by EJ Sue. He's a local artist that I met at LA Comic Con or WonderCon. I forget where I met him, but do you remember that? I bought that Comic Con actually is where I met him, and I bought that big thing original art cover. Do you remember that? San Diego Comic Con? This is EJ Sue.
Oh, so with the artist alley.
Yes, he did the artwork for us. Check that out. Look at that Smokey signature on the back right there. Isn't
it's got cool? A deer. It's got the sign only you can prevent forest fires.
Yes. And what's really cool about this, since it's a government contract, technically this is like supposed to be like a nonprofit type of thing. So portions of the proceeds go to supporting the United States wildfire prevention campaign. So it goes to charity. So this is something something I'm really excited about, because ever since I was a kid, I always loved Smokey the Bear stuff. I buy Smokey the Bear memorabilia whenever I can. Look, I got this watch right here just to let show you I'm not BSing. I got my Smokey the Bear official watch right here. Beautiful watch. Let me show you this too.
That's a cool case that comes in.
Yeah, this is going to be my next thing, guys. I'm going to get into watch collecting here. You're gonna see me pivot my content to watch collecting. Okay, check this out here. So this is the official Smokey the Bear watch that they did.
His arms and his face is on the 12.
Yes, yeah. So pretty cool. But I got bobbleheads. I got all sorts of things. I got like a banner, all sorts of cool stuff. So when I found out that I could license Smokey the Bear and make a card of him, I was like, yes, we need to do that. So this is going to be really cool. Lots of parallels in here, alternative artwork. So this is going to be great. And this is going to be shipping January 20th for anybody that's interested in that. Pre-orders are up on our website right now.
Just a few more weeks. Just a few more weeks. That's how new this is.
Yes. Okay, Popeye. Mark says he wants Popeye. Okay. First 2 giveaways done. I'm going to be doing giveaways. I'm going to be doing giveaways like every, I don't know, let's just say like 10 minutes or so, or between segments. When I need to catch my breath, we'll do a giveaway. So remind me, guys, in the chat, if we go too long.
He may never give things away. I've never seen him catch his breath ever.
I'm generous. I'm feeling generous tonight, okay? We're going to make sure that we get to all the comments. We're going to be interacting with you guys in real time here. Usually we just kind of push the comments to the end. But you know what? Fuck it. It's like a party tonight. Let's make sure that everybody gets a say. Let me check the Instagram, make sure
even Ed, he's in early.
Yeah. Okay. I see a couple Instagram comments here.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Wrestling NXT says hello, so we want to say hello to him.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
And then let me see here. Let me get to this here. Boom.
Carlos, anxiously waiting for the final episode of Between Two Slabs. What an awesome run. Glad you guys are moving on to bigger and better things. Y'all paved the way for the hobby. Thank you for all the great content. Carlos, thank you so much, man.
Appreciate that, Carlos. It has been a long run, tremendously long run for us, to be honest. In terms of like hobby years, we've lasted quite a while, you know. And you know, we probably could have gone longer, but I just got if I didn't have SMC taking up all my time and I had a little bit more free time, we probably would go for another.
Hey, it's kind of like BBC, like British TV. You got to just do a few seasons, and that's about it to make it, worth your while.
And I'm not saying that we might never come back or anything like that, because, you know, just like in wrestling, never say never. But for the foreseeable future, I need to put my focus towards Saturday morning cards, because it is it's very time consuming, and it has the potential to really kind of go to that next level for me going into 2025. So I really have to kind of put my focus towards that. So that's why we're kind of shutting down the podcast. It's not because I'm sick of Merlin. It's not because we had a falling out. It's not because of whatever reason, guys. It's just a timing issue.
No, every time I talk to you or text you, you have your heads in your hands in Saturday morning cards constantly. Yes. So he's worked his butt off.
Even tonight, I was rushing back from our office to get home because I didn't want to do the podcast from the office like I did last time, because I want to do all these fun giveaways and things like that.
Right.
Even then I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta drop everything and go rush home. And
you were still there all day today? I thought you were taking a holiday off today, Dan.
No, there's no holidays in the hobby, Merlin. We just keep going. There's too much stuff to do. We got shit to do. Okay, we got shit to do, and it's becoming stressful to have to juggle all these things. So that's a real reason why we're kind of shutting things down for now. But that just means that we can put our focus on to doing bigger and better things, including me, Merlin, guys. We have a plan to do something together going next year. We don't know if it's going to be a big thing or not, but we're still going to be working together. So you're going to still see us.
Dan always has 100 plans going on at one time.
I always got something under my sleeve here.
Yeah, because what did you call yourself?
The hardest working man in the hobby. Okay, never forget, I am the self-proclaimed hardest working man in the hobby.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I got an interview question here.
Okay, can we get to Mark real quick?
Let's do the Mark. Sorry, Mark. Mark sat on the last live stream episode. It's the best podcast. Thank you so much, Mark. Mark, I bet you're really excited that you saw Liv Morgan on the football on Christmas Day at the Texans promoting the new Monday Night Raw on Netflix. She was there with her belt, being interviewed by the Netflix people. I'm sure that made you super happy, and your cards are probably going to fly through the roof after the Netflix debut next Monday night. So congrats, dude.
Definitely. Okay, so question.
Yeah. So we got 2025 coming up, just a couple of days. When will we be able to see Saturday morning cards at the next show or convention?
The next show. Oh, great question, Merlin. Thank you for asking that.
Thank you.
The next show will be at the West Coast Card Show, rebranded from the Burbank Card Show in Ontario, California. We are going to have a big booth, 10 by 20 booth at that show. We're going to be doing special promotion. I think I can talk about this now. I wonder. Okay. I have like an NDA in place, but I think am I going to get in trouble? Because last time, I know Jay watches this. I might get in trouble. I can't say anything. Last time I said something about our promotion that we were doing a show, Jay made me take it down. So I can't really disclose exactly what we're doing for this show. But let me just tell you this. Okay.
They didn't understand you were just roasting them.
People don't see that perfectly sums me up in the hobby. It's like people don't understand me. They don't know when I'm joking or when I'm like being serious. I don't know. Maybe Maybe it's my
I'll
tone.
have to hit the disclaimer button at the bottom.
You know, like I don't know, man. See, that's another thing. That's another thing we got to get into tonight is all the people that have tried to take me down.
Boy. Oh, that's
over
another
the few
episode
years,
itself.
okay, who have failed miserably. Okay, so that's going to be my last segment of what bends my corner. So stay tuned for that, guys. But let me just finish off by saying we will be doing the Ontario West Coast Card Show. We're going to be doing a several show exclusives, including Street Fighter exclusives and special Valentine's Day exclusives, guys.
Oh, that's right.
You're not going to want to miss those. Those are going to be awesome, and they're going to sell out for sure. Plus, for the actual show, we are doing a special promotion for the vendors of that show. I can't say exactly what it is, but it's going to be really cool. So if you're a vendor at that show, look out because you're going to get something really cool from Saturday Morning Cards. And if you haven't signed up but you're thinking about it, sign up, be a vendor because you're going to want to get these exclusive things. And it's honestly, it's probably the best card show currently in Southern California, if not all of California. It's probably the best card show, hands down right now. Okay, I would probably say probably better than most of the shows in the country right now. It's like top 5 show for sure. So we will be there. We'll be doing a lot of activations. Plus, we will have some of SMC's artists there, such as EJ Sue, who did the artwork for did he confirm yet? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I think he's gonna be there.
I'm so excited, Dan.
He lives in Riverside. He should just come. We're gonna have
be really close to.
We're gonna have PJ, our artist PJ, who did the Street Fighter artwork. He's gonna be there. He's going to be signing Street Fighter cards for you. We're going to have some special Street Fighter giveaways. And we're bringing in a Street Fighter arcade cabinet because we will be doing a tournament. We will be doing a Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition tournament. Winner gets a framed, uncut sheet.
That's a real video game tournament?
Yes. Okay.
Oh,
this
my
is the
goodness.
first announcement. It just dawned on me that I haven't really told anybody. But you know what? We're telling all the secrets tonight. So we will be doing a special buy-in tournament. It's a buy-in, so you got to pay some money, guys. You got to put some skin in the game.
I better take the cobwebs off my controller and start practicing right now.
Yes, and if it's going to be, I think it's going to be a 16-person tournament, unless we get a bunch of people. Maybe we'll go to 32, but it'll be a tournament, and the winner will get a framed, uncut Street Fighter sheet. So it's going to be really cool there. And then Tiger Bear will be there. So we'll have all the activations, all the gimmicks out for you guys for the West Coast Card Show, and that is Valentine's Day weekend. And then the following month, we will be doing WonderCon in Anaheim.
Oh, really?
Okay, and we'll have an even bigger booth at that show, and we'll be doing more exclusives for you guys. So
even bigger.
Stay tuned for that. So those are the 2 big shows that we have in the first quarter of January, and then later in the year, we're planning for LA Comic-Con, the Anaheim West Coast Card Show, and maybe. It's not confirmed yet, but maybe we'll be doing a couple other shows. I don't want to jinx it, but we'll see if we can get in.
All right. We have a Denny Cards. You have Denny there. Tag him for the blue one.
Denny's, did he leave a comment? What are you talking about?
Right here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
$1.99
from my brother Denny. Thank you, Denny, for the generous donation.
Amazing. Congrats, gents. What an end to an error. And he misspelled error. An error is hilarious. Play on words there.
Yes. So, appreciate that, Denny. Thank you so much. Denny's been a guest. He filled in for me. Was it 1 time or 2 times that he was on this show? I forget. 1 time.
At least one time, yes.
1 time.
Yeah. We've had a lot of great. I wish we could do a montage of all the great celebrity guest hosts we've had while you were away in Asia each time.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, Denny filled in for us 1 time, and we never asked him to come back. Just kidding, Denny. Just kidding. It was a great time. So we appreciate that. Thank you so much. If you have another comment, throw it in there, Denny. Happy to highlight it.
Thank you, Denny.
Okay. All right, let me get to some of these comments because I don't want to I don't want to get too far behind here because I want to get to everybody's comment.
Carlos, here we go again, Dan. Rise and shine, it's Curator Army. Ed Ram, finally on time for last podcast. Thank you, Ed. Jeff Derrico, I'm here for the tea. Got a little tea myself.
Interesting. Okay. Well, tea's a metaphor. You might not know this. You might be a little bit too old for this, but tea's a metaphor for like gossip. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So we will be talking a lot of gossip. Okay. I'm gonna go after all those losers that have tried to take me down over the years, but who have failed miserably. I'm going to be doing a review. You guys may have seen I did a couple posts about this new Transformers released by the comic publisher Dynamite. This was terrible. I'm going to tear into this. And
it has kind of a Comic-Con box look to it.
It's terrible. But we'll get into that in a little bit. I opened.
Are you going to open it up and actually show us the cards later as well?
Yeah, okay. It's terrible, but you're not going to miss much. Okay, I opened a box of the new Platinum Marvel Masterpiece, which I absolutely love.
You opened up some boxes, actually?
I did. And then we're going to be opening some of this, and then we'll talk about some other stuff. But definitely going to be entertaining, Jeff. So make sure you
holy moly, Dan's actually bought some cards and opened up the packs. I can't believe it. Ed Ram, laundry can wait. Yeah, Ed, you've got a couple more days till New Year's.
Okay, Street
Fighter. Cav K 714, San Francisco to SF2.
Street Fighter 2. So you know what? Okay. I'm gonna hold on real quick. Give me a second. Okay.
I thought you were talking about the game tonight between the 49ers and Lions. I think the 49ers are winning 21-13 over Detroit right now before halftime. I don't know if anybody's got some fantasy teams in championship mode right now. I hope y'all are winning. Some of my viewers out there, let me know if you're winning your championship fantasy league or not. Where is Dan? What's he got to show us?
So thank you, Kev. I'm gonna throw in Street Fighter as one of the giveaways. I'm not gonna do it for everybody because this is actually double the price, guys. But a few people will get some Street Fighter giveaways tonight as well. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That's how generous I am feeling. So let's keep going down through these comments here.
Okay. Ed, include ship portrait.
This is from
the original.
He's going way back for this callback here. My ship portrait, which is actually hanging up on my second story office decor right now. People love that ship portrait. I used to do my original videos with that ship portrait, and several people offered to buy that. Try to make offers to buy that for me.
Where'd you originally find it again, Dan?
At a swap meet.
Okay.
At a swap meet. And you know what's funny is I feel like some guy painted a whole bunch of those because sometimes I see very similar versions of that or different colored versions of that appear on like Facebook Marketplace. And it has like the same wooden hand cut frame. It's like oil painting, so it's like raised textured painting, but it's just like different colors or just a different type of scene, but it's like a pirate ship painting. And I was like, that's interesting. I feel like I need to do some more research on this because I've contemplated collecting these pirate ship paintings, but they're so big. They're like 30 by 40 inches. But I think it would be cool to have like, I don't know, 10 of them all displayed in a room one day. So I might start collecting because I collect everything. I might start collecting these ship paintings. We'll see.
It was so iconic.
Okay, let me go.
Your ship in the background all the time. Chuck Chingon. I haven't seen him in a while. Let's go, dude. Exactly right.
That's Christian. He keeps changing his name.
Chingon. Kev again. Been lurking forever. I'm out here for the final episode. Thank you, man. Thanks, Kev.
Appreciate it, Kev. Thank you.
Heavy K. Let's see. Jeff Derrico again. I want to smoke you with the Bears. He wants to smoke you with the Bears one.
He wants to smoke with the Bears? Is he? Oh, here's one thing I gotta say. Okay, let me make this. Let me set the record straight right now. Okay, let me set the record straight. All right, this is what I learned as I was making this. You can see here it says Smokey Bear.
Yeah,
that is his name, Smokey Bear. It is not Smokey the Bear. It's Smokey the Bear. Okay, so that's something that we're gonna have to educate people of that. It's Smokey Bear, not Smokey the Bear.
There's no the in the middle of bear. Smokey Bear.
Correct.
Gotcha. Good to know. Chingon again. Hook Papa up with Smokey the Bear. Everybody wants to smoke the bear.
You know,
Did you smoke any beer tonight, Dan?
I probably could give a bunch of these away, but I want people to buy it too, guys. Come on, this is our next release. So if you want to support us, buy one of these, and I might throw in some special stuff. Here's something that nobody knows that I do. Here's something that nobody knows that I do. When we do the pre-order releases, the first few people that like order that support us right away, because usually the pre-sale goes like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and before I even post any of the cards, some people, like a hardcore people, will just buy and pre-order the cards right away. Here's a secret nobody knows. I always hook those people up. All the people that are like the first 5 orders, they always get something good because they were ordered. So I think a few people have already ordered, but if you pre-order the Smokey the Bear today or tomorrow, you're going to get something good for me. Okay. So expect that.
Carlos, beautiful cards, Dan, referring to Saturday morning cards. Nathaniel Hensel, Nathan, good to see you here, buddy. Yo, the real double OGs in the house. Thank you, man. And then Kev K 714. I'm a Street Fighter 2 player. I just want the stickers. He's got to give Kev some stickers.
So let me show off these stickers first for Kev here. Kev, if you have Instagram, let me know, Kev. If you have Instagram, send me a DM, and I'm going to send you a set of these stickers, okay? This is our second giveaway. Kev is the winner of our second giveaway.
Good.
These things are so cool, guys. Check that out. Look at that. Right there, nostalgic. You're going to get a few of these stickers, Zangief, Guile. Plus, I'll send you some Tiger Bear stickers as well, okay? So if you have Instagram, Kev, send me a DM. I'm going to write it down in my notes here. All right. If you don't have Instagram, let me know in the comment section right now. We'll figure it out, okay?
All right. And John Holt got a $4.99 super sticker in the house.
John has basically single-handedly kept this show floating for the last better part of the year here. Did we highlight his comment? Yeah,
right here it is. Okay. Good to see you again, Curator.
John, thank you so much for supporting us. I know I've spoken to you privately a few times, and I know you enjoy this stuff, so I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. So John, you're gonna get a giveaway. Okay, you tell me what you want, John. You want let's see. I'm gonna take Smokey out because I want people to buy this. Okay, but you're gonna get Rocket. Right. You can get Rocketeer, Popeye, Dick Tracy, Terminator, or for you, John. Just for you, John. If you don't have it already, you can get Street Fighter. You tell me what you want right now. Let's write it down and then send me a DM. Send me a DM on Instagram so I can get your information and everything, okay? But I'm putting you down right now, John, for all your support.
People, now I'm getting jealous now. Okay. Oh my goodness.
For all your support.
Viewers are scoring some good stuff tonight, man. John Holden, okay, sorry, said that one. Good to see you again, Curator. Got it. You guys having third giveaway. Well,
yes, you already won it, and he wants Street Fighter.
Yo, my God. Hey, just twist his arm next time, John.
You got it. Let's see here.
Twisting his arm. It's a big rubber arm.
All right.
Who we got next here? Kevin, again, you're doing all this cool Street Fighter stuff on the same weekend I'm setting up at an anime card show in Pomona. Oh, wow. Which one's that one?
Okay, Kev's local, huh?
Yeah.
Pomona? Anime?
There's an anime card show coming up. Man, you have to hit that one.
Interesting. Okay. Appreciate it. We might have to send me, if you have a link for that show, send it to me. I might be interested in going to check that. Although I gotta say this. This might alienate a lot of people, but have you ever been to an anime convention?
Yes, I have.
There's a lot of freaks out there, man. Let me tell you, like they get crazy out there. It's a different crowd. It's not a comic book crowd. It's not a card crowd. It's not a toy crowd or anything like that. They're like their own separate community, cosplayers and everything that they're into. They get pretty crazy out there, I think. But it's very interesting.
Oh yeah. Because that was my first experience.
Yes. So interesting.
Aka collects. Let's go to the roast. Start talking that bullshit, Dan.
I'll get there. Come on,
Aka's,
you're gonna be here for a while.
The great Curator. It's gonna cause trouble. Kev, I've been following since Dan's been setting up at small card shows at school gyms around Orange County. That sounds like the premiere shows.
The old premiere shows at the gyms in Westminster. Yeah, we came a long way. So if you guys don't know, let me go back in time here. I first met Merlin at the premiere show in Westminster in the gym. This was before Merlin was setting up at shows. Really, he was going around. Merlin originally wanted to be like a hobby news reporter. He was going around. He had a cameraman. I don't even know how he paid him. He probably didn't pay this guy. It's probably some homeless dude
don't instigate anything, Dan. How dare you?
He had a cameraman and he had a microphone, and he would go around interviewing people at card shows. And that's how I met Merlin, because he came to my table. I had my Ric Flair championship belt. He said, "Hey, that's cool. Can I see it? Can I film it? Blah, blah, blah." So that's how I originally met Merlin, way back in like 2020 or 21 or something like that, at the original premiere show. And then after that, we saw each other at different card shows where he actually set up to be a vendor, and we had the same type of cards, mainly wrestling and Marvel cards, because at that time, believe it or not, guys, nobody had those cards at all. It was just me and him. So we became friends that way.
And people just looked at us funny at the time.
Yeah. Back then, they were considered junk. If you guys think they're junk now, back then they were really junk. Nobody wanted them, but we had them. And then one day, I don't know, Merlin kind of brought up the idea, hey, let's do a podcast together. Let's work together.
The first time you took me up to San Francisco to do a show up there outside of Los Angeles.
Something like that. Yeah. And then before that, I think I told you that we needed to go outside of California.
You did. Well, yeah. Well, I'd only been really setting up at the Diamond 9 show at, where's that, Placentia? And Dan lived nearby, so he would always stop by and say hello or hang out for a while, like especially like those Wednesday nights. And then after a while, he's like, "Dude, you need to come with me. I know better shows, and I know shows where they'll like your weird shit. So come with me." So
I had gone to the Dallas card show with Mo, actually, and it was a big success. It was a big success, and I wanted to go again, but Mo said he didn't want to go. So I was looking for somebody to come with me. And then that's when I said, hey, we should do this together. And then we did that, and it was a big success. And then I think you brought up the idea of doing the podcast after that. And I actually thought, guys, this is true story. I actually thought it was like a one-time thing. Okay, I thought I was going to be a guest on Merlin's podcast because Merlin was making content before me.
Right.
But it turned out Merlin, his idea was to do a podcast together. And I kind of already had committed myself to that, and probably shouldn't have done that. I would have had hours. I would have had years of my life back.
You came up with a great idea. If we're going to travel to all these card shows across the country, we should do live streams at these shows.
Yes. So that's how Between Two Slabs was born, from just a coincidence of us just kind of figuring out what should we do in the hobby together. Okay.
Right.
All right.
And here is rest is history. We met so many people from that day. It's insane. Show locator, Mr. Minty, all the people from West Coast Card Show. It was insane. Ed Ram, Between Two Slabs t-shirt is now a collector's item.
Yes. So you guys, you were sleeping on that. You should have got those Between Two Slabs t-shirts. We're not going to make those anymore unless there's huge demand. But so those are actually collectibles along with the stickers that we had at that time too.
Carlos, you guys work well together. Dynamic duo. Well, thank you, Carlos. That's why I've been on for forever.
Appreciate that.
The Authentic Sports Card Dad. Happy New Year. This isn't Justin, is it?
I never seen that guy. I don't know.
Carlos, awesome prizes, guys. Thank you. Thanks to Dan and Saturday Morning Cards for everything. Sean Johnson pouring out a little liquor for the two homies tonight.
Appreciate that. We will be having drinks later, too, guys. We will be having drinks later.
Yeah, I brought my gluten-free cider, Dan. Emmanuel Delgadio, here for the last episode. Looking forward to the next chapter. Thank you, Emmanuel. You as well. Please always keep us posted what y'all guys are doing as well. Cowabunga Johnny, here for the final show.
Cowabunga Johnny, he is actually one of SMC's sketch card artists.
Oh, really?
Check him out on Instagram. He's got a really cool style. He loves everything from the 80s and 90s, just like most of us do. So check him out. And I'm going to give you a shout out. Johnny, he has a Whatnot stream now where he's doing SMC and other cool pop culture related Whatnot auctions. So definitely give him a follow, because I'll tell you guys, here's a secret for you if you don't know this. A lot of people, when they start off on Whatnot, they don't have a big following. So when they do their shows, there's really no competition, guys. So you can go in there, you can get steals and deals. And sometimes if there's not a lot of people in the stream, they will discount their items and things like that because they get desperate and they just want to make a sale. So it's a great way to get deals. Johnny has a lot of cool original artwork, sketch cards, Simpson products, all sorts of cool stuff, plus SMC stuff. So give him a follow on Whatnot. Johnny, shout out your Whatnot in the comment section so people can see it. Follow him on Instagram. He's because he's a really talented artist, and I love having him as part of our product too.
Thank you, Cowabunga Johnny, for being on the show. I've already followed him on Instagram.
Let's see here. Let me try to get these comments
here.
Okay,
who we got here? We got Cowabunga.
I gotta screen some of these comments because I want to make sure nobody acts like an idiot. Okay. So I gotta screen some of these comments.
Are there some bad ones?
No, not really. I just gotta make sure.
Let's see, Michael Tom. Hey, Dan and Merle, I'm sad to see you guys go. What am I going to watch on Tuesday nights now? Oh, well, all good things come to an end. Good luck on your future endeavors. Well, there's, NXT. I don't know what else. Watch Silo and the Penguin. There's some good shows on right now. Doom Prophecy. A lot of stuff. I'm still trying to binge over the holidays. It was insane. You been binging anything, Dan?
No, I don't really get to watch TV that much, to be honest. Because
I feel like since you started working on Saturday morning cars, you don't quit watching TV even.
That takes up a time. Plus, to be honest, Emily, she dominates the TV. So, I just
I don't
on some kids channel, and I need to get another TV or something like that. But I just don't get a lot of time to watch TV. I want to, but I don't. And forget about movies. I haven't even seen movies.
I can imagine, man.
In a long time. All I get is like little 30-second clips from TikTok, scrolling TikTok and stuff like that.
Every time I come to your home, you're watching Bluey.
Yeah. I'm an expert on that.
I bet you are. Kev, thanks, Dan. I will contact you with my business account, Secret Shop Cards. Ooh, I like that one. Ed, Merlin, give away your secret chili recipe. Oh, Ed, I just made some last night. All the neighbors came over to eat my secret chili.
Is it spicy?
It's a little spicy.
Does it have beans?
It does, yes. Do you like beans?
I generally don't like beans, but I've been warming up to beans and chili lately. Like it's a little bit more hearty.
These will warm you up for sure.
Yeah, it's a little bit more hearty. So I could eat both ways. I usually like chili that doesn't have beans because I like the chili that like you would put on like a chili dog,
right,
like that, where it's just mainly just kind of meat and the gravy and stuff. But I could go either way.
Yeah, this one has chili beans, onions, tomatoes, lots of garlic, corn. It's really good. And then I like to crush up the tortilla chips. And then since it's yellow 100% corn, it's gluten-free. So I smash all those up, put that at the bottom of the bowl, put some cheese on top of the chips, pour the chili on the chips, then put a dabble of sour cream on it, and it's yummy.
So I'm not going to read these comments, but guys, don't trigger Merlin in the comments, please. Okay, you know who you are. I'm not gonna do it. Don't read the comments, Merlin. Don't read the comments. Okay, guys, behave. Okay, we need Merlin to keep it together tonight. Do not trigger him.
Royak Studio. I have a few vintage pirate ship paintings. I will mash up. Oh, that's cool.
Interesting. Royak Studios.
Is he an artist as well?
Royak Studios. I don't really know this guy, but I know his work on Instagram. I've messaged him a couple times. He's actually a very talented artist. I love his style.
And he's in here? That's awesome.
Yeah, he's got a lot of cool stuff on Instagram. I've been trying to get him to be one of the SMC artists, but he's like big time and really busy.
He is big time. Oh, I see a lot of my friends follow him already.
Yeah, he's got a really cool style. He does these wooden 3D Marvel artwork things where it's like a layered piece of wood on top of each other. I think it's really cool. I love it. I first heard about him, and I'm going to give you credit for this. I'm not sure what his first name is, but I'm going to give you credit for this, sir. I saw him. He was doing these Prism stickers. He was doing like Marvel versions of these Prism stickers and selling it on his like Etsy shop or something like that on his website. And I was like, oh man, that is really cool. And that inspired me to do the SMC version of these Prism stickers. So I'll give you credit for that, sir. I hope that maybe one day we can chat a little bit more on Instagram and you can be part of SMC. I would love to have you do a release for us. We kind of talked about doing Dick Tracy a little bit, but we just couldn't get the communication going. But maybe for the Dick Tracy Volume 2 release, maybe we can have him do it. He said that he wanted to do like a rogues gallery run of it, and I think his style would be awesome for that. So we will be in contact, sir. Appreciate you stopping by in the chat.
Yeah, I love it. I see he did some work of like Dr. Doom and MF Doom, which
he's got great stuff. He's got great stuff. I love him. If you guys don't know him, check him out on Instagram. His stuff is really awesome. I don't know, maybe he's based in California or something like that. I'm not sure, but
would love to, but I'm not sure.
Would love to connect with you sometime and figure out how we can work together.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Just Jeff again. I met you guys in Vegas a couple of years ago. I believe it was the weekend you met Piggy Banks.
I don't think I met Piggy Banks.
Was he referring to the Mint? Was it the Mint Collective?
Maybe. But you know what, Jeff? Since you pulled back the time and referenced something that we did in Vegas a couple years ago, which I don't even remember. You know what? You get a giveaway, Jeff. You tell me.
Oh my God, he's like becoming like Oprah over here.
You tell me what you want. You get Rocketeer, Popeye, Dick Tracy, or Terminator. Pick one of those four. You get it, my friend. Okay, I appreciate it. Message me on Instagram with your information. I'm gonna write it down right now, Jeff. Okay, D. Erico. Okay, and tell me what you want, but message me on Instagram with your information so I can hook you up. If you don't have Instagram, let me know in the comments. We'll figure it out.
Wow, Jeff. Wow, that's lucky viewer, man. Congratulations to everybody so far. John Holt, again, you guys have been the absolute best. The podcast has been my favorite show since the beginning. I have enjoyed being the unofficial sponsor of my favorite show. Well, thank you, John, for always being on here. Give us the super stickers. We feel like you do it almost every episode. So definitely thankful for everything you've done and been there for us. So thank you very much.
Appreciate that, John. And you know what, John? Because you said you gave us such a nice comment and you've always been supporting us. I know you won the Street Fighter. So you know what? I'm going to give you another one, John. You tell me what
you've been drinking, Dan.
You can get Rocketeer, Popeye, Dick Tracy, or Terminator. Tell me what you want, and I'm going to send that to you in there because, the shipping's already there. So,
oh my God,
you might as well get it.
You had already, man. I've never seen
I'm in a great mood. I'm in a giving mood, okay? I'm in a giving mood, guys. Take advantage. Take advantage where you can. This is the only night that you can tenderize me on the podcast, guys. Take advantage.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Okay.
Terminator. He wants Terminator. Okay. John gets Terminator.
Congratulations, John.
Okay, Jeff responded. Jeff wants Terminator. All right.
Hopefully y'all can pull out a variation card or a sketch card out of those. Secret Shop Cards. The anime card show is called the Collectors Expo. It's on the February the 15th and 16th. After that, we're planning on Collecticon in LA March 1st and 2nd.
Okay. So I'm glad you told me that because the Ontario card show, the West Coast card show is actually that weekend as well.
Oh, wow.
So definitely we're not going to anime. But I was wondering when LA Comic-Con was happening, March 1st and 2nd, we might try to go to that. What do you think, Merlin? Should we go to that?
100%. Let's do it, man.
Okay.
I want to be there. I went last year. You didn't get to go. I think it was probably one of the best shows I attended all year.
Okay. Did you sign up yet? Did you get a table?
I think maybe the show locator did.
Don't rely on him. Don't rely on Donald.
Oh, no, they won't even be available till this weekend. We're in Vegas. He actually called me earlier.
Okay. Let's coordinate that because we're gonna go to
Saturday Morning Cards has to be there, guys.
Saturday Morning Cards is invading Collecticon LA. We're gonna be doing it. So we're gonna be doing that for sure. Okay. Next.
Ella Mitchell. Happy New Year, y'all. Well, Happy New Year as well. We've got 2 more days. Mark the Collector. Yep, got my vintage Between Two Slabs t-shirt and the Curator stickers. Laughing out loud. The PMG, the famous.
Everybody also gets Curator. Hold on.
That was made famous by
Every
Piggy
giveaway
Bank.
tonight, you also get the very rare Curator PMG sticker. Okay, I will throw that in for you guys.
Oh, wow. Cowabunga Johnny, dude, thank you so much for the shout out. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Johnny.
We appreciate it, Johnny. But you know what? I really love that the fact that how much you've supported Saturday Morning Cards since the beginning. So originally, Johnny reached out to me, said he wanted to be a sketch card artist.
Is that how it happened?
Yeah, he kept kind of like, I was really bad on following up, so he kept like following up and badgering me about it in a good way. And I'm glad that I was able to let him in. And he's actually one of the few. He's an artist, but he also supports us and buys cases and streams them on Whatnot. So definitely.
Oh, he also does a Whatnot channel as well.
Yes, so definitely follow him on Whatnot. We want to support him as a Whatnot seller and also him as an artist. I've said this before and I'll say it again. One of the mission statements that I have for Saturday Morning Cards is I really want to highlight artists. Artists are participating in these releases. Let me pull back the curtain a little bit and tell you how cards are made. Okay, a lot of cards, they pull the images of the cards that you see. They pull it from an asset catalog that's already been pre-approved or have been used on different products, and that's how usually cards are made. A lot of Marvel cards, Star Wars, wrestling, sports cards, pretty much everything they pull from an asset catalog. Not many companies do what Saturday Morning Cards does by actually commissioning original artwork and putting that on the card. It's much harder, guys, let me tell you, because you have to get it approved if it's licensed. And our cards are officially licensed. It's not custom cards or anything like that where we can do whatever we want. We work
these
with
aren't art cards. These are licensed cards that you can get graded by any grading company.
It's legit. So we have to not only commission the artwork, but then get it approved and go through several approval processes and edits and things like that. So it's a lot more work. So, but we do it. I do it. I've made that choice because I want to highlight the artist that are involved. And that's why we do sketch cards. And that's why we credit the artist names on the cards when we're allowed to do that and all that stuff, because I just think it's really important. And I'll tell you why. Going back to when I first discovered basically art cards, which is, this is before piggy banks. This is before anybody. When I discovered Topps Star Wars Galaxy Chrome 2021 edition, the set that made us kind of renowned in the hobby, because we had
that changed our lives
with the Kurosawa artwork. This is when I first learned that you can do artwork on cards, because before that I had no idea, because it was usually a stock image, right? But when I saw the Kurosawa done by Randy Martinez, which you, Merlin, showed me. You showed me that purple refractor that you had, and then later you showed me the super refractor, and then later that led to the big sale with DAPS, and then later that led to our interview with Randy Martinez.
Right. Okay? The actual artist who did the Jedi a la Kurosawa.
Shout out to Randy Martinez. And during that interview, he told me something that kind of stuck in my mind, where he said, as an artist, as a sketch card artist, we don't really get a lot of credit. We get paid like $1 a card sometimes. And, they don't even credit our name on a lot of the cards that we do or the releases. And if you look at in the 2021 Galaxy, I thought it was really cool because they actually credited the artist names. But after that, for the next 2 or 3 releases,
they still don't. Nope.
They didn't credit the artist.
Nope.
And I noticed that they didn't do that very much. Okay. So anyways, I always thought out to myself that, dude, that's kind of messed up, because the artist is like, the name of the artist matters, right? With the artwork, right? It adds a level of value to me if there's a renowned artist attached to the artwork. So I told myself, you know what? When I started SMC, if I'm going to be doing this, I'm going to commission artwork whenever I can. Sometimes we're not allowed to commission artwork. Sometimes we have to take a stock photo, but if I can do it, if I can commission artwork, I'm going to do it, because I want to put something out there that's unique. And if I'm going to do it, I'm going to credit the artist if they allow me to, because sometimes they don't, but I'm going to credit the artist. And when we do sketch cards, I'm definitely going to try to credit all the artists and give them a platform and highlight them, because one thing I've learned about doing this when we've kind of opened this up, I've got so many emails from sketch card artists that have asked me to be part of our releases. And what I've noticed is that a lot of them are just looking for an opportunity to shine. You know,
So true.
We're not going to get like a Peach Momoko, or we're not going to get a I don't know, Angel of Isles sketch card artist. We're not going to get those big names because, number one, they have no interest in working with us. But number two, it's like I don't need to give the platform to the big names. If we can get them, awesome. But the best use of our platform is for artists that just want a chance to put their name on a published piece of artwork and say that they were part of a release. So all these sketch card artists, that's why we highlight them. That's why I support them. I order commissions from them, and I do whatever I can. And to kind of wrap this up, Cowabunga Johnny is one of those guys. So follow him on Instagram, follow him on whatnot. He's a great artist, and you guys should definitely, if you haven't done so already, if you're interested, you can order commissions from him. We give all our sketch card artists, not a lot of people know this, we give all our sketch card artists blank SMC blank cards that they can do commissions on. And that's oftentimes how they make a majority of their money being artists. They take commissions. You don't get paid a lot when you work with companies to do artwork for them because you're getting the exposure, but you make it up on the back end when you take commissions from clients that recognize or discover your work. So if you like Cowabunga Johnny or any of our sketch card artists, message them and you can order commissions from them, and they'll pretty much do whatever you want. They're very talented, as long as it's not like, as long as it's within the guidelines that we set for them, they can do it for you.
Now, for the people who might not know or just feel too stupid to ask, what do you mean by a commission with the blank sketch card?
So, like, if you wanted to do a Steamboat Willie commission, you can do that. If you wanted to do, you can pretty much do whatever you want. If you wanted to do,
ask the artist.
Yeah, if you wanted to do a mix up between like Winnie the Pooh and Wolverine, you could do it. Right, you could do whatever the artist, whatever they agree to, you can pretty much do it. As long as it's within the guidelines, basically nothing obscene or anything like that.
Right. Okay.
And you can get it, and it's just a really cool way to not only get a original piece of art, but also to support the artist. So check them out, guys. You can message any of the SMC artists. We always tag them. We always highlight their work, so you know who they are. And if you like their stuff, definitely order commissions from them.
Like going back to reminiscing about that inaugural Galaxy Chrome Series 1 in 2021, when we opened it and started selling it at card shows, like that really was like the Big Bang Theory for the great Curator. I feel like that kind of like evolved in so many different things. I mean, of course, just us hooking up with other great social media content creators. But also, like, we also got to go to the Star Wars Celebration in Anaheim when it was here that past time.
Yep.
We actually met many of the Star Wars artists who had their paintings on those cards, and you actually purchased, and we have that, on YouTube and Instagram. You can watch Dan actually buy some of the original art that you have from those cards, and then it also we discovered like the sketch cards, and that also I feel like evolved into Saturday morning cards and what you have now. So I feel like everything kind of started from the Galaxy Chrome series.
Definitely. Not a lot of people remember this, but if you look at my earliest videos, I was a sports card dealer.
Right.
Okay. I was basketball, baseball, PMGs, sport PMGs. If you look at my earliest videos for me showing my pickups at the National, I'm showing you like Kobe autographs and stuff like that. That's how I got my start in the hobby as a vendor. And then slowly I transitioned into this pop culture person that you see today. But it started off with wrestling, and then it graduated to Marvel, and then it hit the peak, the climax at Star Wars. And then that's when we made the full transition from like being sports card vendors to really being pop culture vendors there. And people don't give me credit for this. I'm one of the first people to pioneer the term pop culture cards. Okay. I did a lot of interviews and podcasts with different content creators. that were asking me about the stuff that I was doing, and I was telling them.
Yeah, and we would always say non-sports cards at the
Yes,
time.
and I always thought that was stupid. Non-sports cards.
It was. It's so blasé, isn't it?
So I pushed the term pop culture cards, and now it's a thing. I can say that it's like that's how people would describe these things now.
Yes.
They call them pop culture cards.
Sounds more exciting.
That was definitely very cool. And you know, if you followed our journey since the beginning, you have seen how, not to brag or anything, not to humble brag, but just a little bit. We have been on the forefront of these trends in the hobby, right? Like when I transitioned to Marvel PMGs, I was one of the first guys to really talk about it and make content about it when it was having its run. Same thing with Star Wars Super Fractors. Yep. Same thing with wrestling cards.
And
same
the Super
thing
Fractors on those.
Yes, Type 1 photos, you know, all the things, sketch cards, custom art cards, all these graded toys, all these things that you see have had runs and peaks and have, you know, become popular and have had their moment in the hobby. You know, if you watched our content, especially our podcast, we talk about these things, you know, a little bit before they happen. And whether you want to give us credit for being the ones to push it into the forefront, or you want to call us just early in it, we were there, you know, giving that information out. So the people that followed us, that were able to capitalize on that, you know, I'm happy for you guys. You know, sometimes people criticize me, and this is where we can get into talking a little shit about some guys. Okay, there have been a couple idiots out there, a handful of idiots out there, and you know, sour, you know, fools that have criticized us for saying, oh, you know, you guys have, you know, pump and dump this and that, you know, this and that. Blah,
oh,
blah,
gosh, blah. I know, right? And
I got to say, first of all, you know, if you want to give us credit, if you want to give us the cachet in the hobby, the what do you want to call it? The weight of the hobby, where we can say something is cool and then suddenly it becomes the next hot thing. If you want to credit us like that, I'll take it. If you want to say some people, I always call myself a content creator, but these people, they're basically calling me an influencer, right? And you know, that's debatable whether I really have influence over anybody or not. I say probably not really, to be honest, not really. Maybe a little bit, but I wouldn't call myself an influencer like Jeff Wilson or anything like that, right? Where I can really tell people something and they just all automatically listen.
Yeah, like Gary V or somebody. Yeah,
like Gary V, Jeff Wilson, Ken Golden. Those are influencers. Guys like me, guys like Mojo, and you know, Roth Cards and other people like that. We're just content creators. We have a little following, but mainly we're just content creators. Most of the time, people find us entertaining. And that's about it. It's not like people are taking real advice from us, right? But anyways, if you want to say that we are influencers and we were able to somehow convince a large majority of the hobby to sway in certain directions, okay? If you were to say that to us, I don't look at that as a bad thing, because a lot of people, there are people that probably lost money. You know, I've lost money in things. Okay, there are people that probably lost money in PMGs, Super Fractors, Type 1 photos, you know, wrestling cards, whatever, right? I know I lost money on some of those things, right? I also lost money on Kobe Topps rookie cards. I also lost money on, you know, sports cards, Zion rookie cards, things like that. There's a lot of people that lose money over everything, but you don't get. But if you're gonna put that on us, you also have to give us credit for the people that made a lot of money on us. Okay, the people that had Marvel PMGs, had Star Wars Super Fractors, had Type 1 photos. I know a lot of those people. They're nerds, and before these cards got the exposure that we helped give them, they were worthless, and a lot of people made a lot of money on these cards. Okay, so if you're gonna put the responsibility on us for people that lost money, you also have to give us credit for the people that made money. Because I know some guys like that had Marvel PMGs, they become millionaires because they had all the green PMGs, right? I know guys that had Super Fractors that made more money selling the Super Fractors than they make all year from their salary jobs, made like $50,000, $60,000. You know, Type 1 photos. Same thing, you know, wrestling cards. Wrestling cards are having a big moment right now. You know, I know guys that have made 6 figures on wrestling cards, right? So if you're going to put the responsibility on people like me or Merlin or anybody else, you also have to give us credit, because part of what we do in the hobby is we just make content about things that we think are cool. We give things exposure, and sometimes they take off, sometimes they don't. Whether or not, that influences anybody or not, I don't know. That's not really the intention, but it goes both ways, as I'm saying. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, it's so true, Dan. I mean, one of the best things about having this show is when we went to shows all over the country, all over the world, people knew about this show and they wanted to share their collections with us. And so many people, so many fans and viewers showed us some crazy fire. I mean, cards that were worth at least sometimes 6 figures or more. I mean, one things we saw were $1 million that were in the pop culture world that I don't feel like would have even be at that level if not for shows like ours. And it was great to have people share their collections, like stuff like this. Like, they could not wait to come to the convention just to show the great curator and I their great collections. And I want to thank you for that. Like, that was definitely one of the pluses about having the show, for sure.
One of the unique things about what we do is, every niche market, Marvel cards, Star Wars cards, wrestling cards, vintage photos, toys, every niche market has its own community of people. But and they interact, they're real big on message boards, Facebook groups, Instagram, things like that, but not all of them have content creators that can get a lot of exposure. Okay, there's content creators within all those groups, and they do a great job within their community, but not a lot of them can branch out and get
a more broad spectrum
mainstream exposure. And that's not to disparage them or anything like that, but that's true. One of the guys, I'll shout him out, Justin, Spidey Hits. Okay, he contacted me early and he got me into Marvel PMG cards. And one of the conversations I had with him, I said, "Why are you contacting me?" And he said that, well, I'm paraphrasing here. I think that you could help give Marvel cards exposure outside of the Marvel card community, because you are part of the sports card community. And that really kind of resonated with me, because I was like, wait a second, you know what? That's an interesting point, because although at that time I was in the sports card community, I have different interests. I love comic books and toys and Marvel and DC and wrestling. I love all these things, right? But I was pretty much pigeonholed within the sports card community at that time. And that really kind of opened up my eyes that, hey, you know what? Maybe I can go and jump into these different communities. Maybe I can touch that, get the information, and bring it back to the sports card community. And that's kind of really what kind of happened with you and me, Merlin, where we were setting up as sports card vendors at sports card shows, right? Dallas sports card show, the San Francisco sports card show, the Premier sports card show. We have always operated within the sports card community, but we have brought in the different type of cards that nobody would have brought in before. The Marvel cards, the Star Wars, the wrestling, all that stuff. We brought it in.
On top of that, we had a lot of stuff even graded, which was totally unheard of in pop culture.
Yeah, so we were going between the communities. We were in the sports cards community where they want to know about graded cards, comps, things like that. And then we were shifting over to the other pop culture communities where they didn't necessarily care about graded cards. They were more like collector focused, but they were starting to understand and see that these things had value outside of their own community. And we kind of bridged the gap between those things.
We had pop culture cards, but still trying to sell them like as if they were sports cards.
Yes. And I would say that we were like the early pioneers of that movement. And now you see guys like Ken Golden. You don't have entire episodes of his King of Collectibles show dedicated to pop culture. He texts me and he asked me, he said, "Hey, did you watch season 2 of King of Collectibles? We did a lot of pop culture focused segments on there. I hope that you enjoy that." He texted me and told me that, right? So they made it a big thing. They went to Comic-Con and made a whole episode about that. You see PSA. PSA has their sports magazine, but they also branched off and they have a TCG magazine where they highlight pop culture cards, you know? And now you see like all these things, all these auction houses and everybody talk about pop culture cards. And now it's like, it's part of the hobby. You know what I mean? It's not just sports cards anymore. It's all type of cards. And I think that we had a big part to play in that. And I hope that we continue. I hope that we continue to have a big part of that, guys, because you know, I definitely enjoy it.
Oh, definitely. I mean, when you brought me to the first Dallas car show, which was actually my first show outside of Los Angeles, everything in my pop culture display cases got wiped out. Dan noticed that. Same thing happened to him. We were pretty much the only people at that time in a convention that had at least 500 tables that had any pop culture at all, like more than 50%. Now, when you go to these shows, I feel like every sports card dealer has a section on his table that's pop culture related.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? It's not because they see other people doing it and they want to make money. I think that's a part of it.
Yeah.
But one thing that I've always told people, in the hobby is that everybody loves pop culture. Everybody loves Marvel movies, DC, Batman, Superman, Star Wars.
And we didn't forget music too.
Music's
really blown up.
All you gotta do here's the secret, guys. Here's the trick. Okay, and once I tell you this, you're not going to be able to unsee it. All you got to do is just pay attention to the type of T-shirts that people wear at shows. They're not wearing sports T-shirts. They're not wearing, sports teams T-shirts. They might be wearing a jersey or a hat or something, but most of the time, I guarantee you, they're probably wearing a Star Wars T-shirt, some type of music band T-shirt, Marvel T-shirt, Batman, Superman. They're wrestling T-shirts. People love pop culture, but they've never thought of pop culture in terms of trading cards before. They've never seen the value of pop culture cards the way that they see value in sports cards until now. And now people see value. Now people understand, hey, you can get a wrestling card graded and it's worth money, and Marvel card graded and it's worth money. And now they're starting to branch off. And I'm going to go as far as to say is that a lot of these people probably enjoy collecting those things a lot more than they do sports. Sports is very transactional. It's very easy to like make money and buy, sell, and flip and trade and all that stuff. But you can definitely apply all those business principles, all those transactional principles to pop culture cards as well. And you can make money doing that. And I think a lot of those dealers and vendors are seeing that. And that's why you see a more diverse selection of cards at shows now.
Oh, so true. I go in my Instagram algorithms, and all these sports card breakers who are in my algorithms, I've just noticed recently this entire week, I don't know if you as well, Dan, that they've been breaking pop culture stuff, especially all the Upper Deck product that's come out. I see the Disney, I see the Looney Tunes stuff from like Bless and all these people. Yeah. What is going on here?
And it's only a matter of time before they start breaking Saturday morning cards. Mark my words. Come back to this episode 6 months from now. You're gonna see people are gonna be breaking Saturday morning cards because it's just cool, dude. And that's what people love. They love to see that. They love sports as well. And not to take anything away from sports cards or anything like that, but people love pop culture, and you're gonna see more of it out there.
Okay, Dan, I have a question for you. Okay, a hyperbole here. Now, if knowing what you know now, and then all of a sudden you get traveled in time 1 month before the pandemic, before the lockdown, and you have a bunch of like money, let's say like $50,000, spend it on something pop culture collectible before this is like early 2020. What would you buy?
I would have bought Marvel PMGs because you could have got those for dirt cheap back then. I would have bought them by the dozens, right?
Oh wow!
And I would have bought if I could have got it, high grade comic books, Silver Age comic books, X-Men #1, Spider-Man first appearance, Amazing Fantasy 15, all the key books, right? I would have bought all that stuff because those things really, really blew up, just like everything else during the pandemic. If you're talking about pop culture related stuff, and that stuff we've already seen the rise and fall of those collectibles. But one thing we have not seen yet that I would also do is I would try to find, this would be a lot harder to find back then, but I would try to find good condition, high grade toys. And back then there weren't really any grading companies that really have much of them. So you're not really going to find high grade ones. But if I could find good condition ones that I could send for grading, I would do that. And you can still do that today, which I am doing, guys. Okay. If you want to know what the next big wave to ride is, it's going to be graded toys, vintage toys from the 80s and early 90s. Try to get some of those action figures. I'm talking about like G.I. Joe, Transformers, Power Rangers. You can go to Star Wars if you want, but I think Star Wars is very competitive right now.
Sure.
But any of that old stuff, if you can find mint in box, mint in package, send it to get grading. It takes a long time to get graded, these things, like 6 months. But you go, it's going to be a thing, guys. I'm telling you, okay? And then people are going to blame me. They're going to say that, Dan had influence over this, whatever. I'm telling you now, though, it's going to be a thing, okay? You're going to want to get into that. And I would also try to get original comic book artwork. We talked about this last time at San Diego Comic-Con. Back then, you could get it for even cheaper. Cheap back then. I would get graded comic book artwork, which you can get today. But if you want to get anything from like the 90s, early 90s and below, it's going to cost you, tens of thousands of dollars. So I would say if you can find stuff from late 90s, early 2000s, that stuff, and hold on to it for like 10 years, 15 years, then I think it'll be equally as valuable as some of the stuff that we're seeing from the 90s right now. So those are my tips. Okay. So to answer your question, Marvel PMGs, high grade comic books, but also to give you guys a tip for the future, we're forecasting out a couple years, high grade, vintage toys, original comic book art.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Let's get to some of these comments here.
So many things. Secret Shop Cards. I want the TGC PMG sticker with that giveaway, Dan.
You got it, Kev. You're going to get it.
Ed Ram just started following Royal Studios since I also do woodcraft. Good job, Ed. Thank you. He'll appreciate it. Carlos, Curator PMG sticker signed. Oh,
you got it. I'm writing down a note. You want a signed PMG sticker?
PSA authenticate and slab that one?
Yes, they will. I bet you they will.
Is that a real Curator autograph?
I bet you will.
It'd be funny if you get it back fake.
PSA might not do it, but CGC will definitely do it, because CGC, let me show you this. Okay. They grade. Where is it? They grade our stickers. CGC grades our stickers.
Look at that. A 10 as well. You got a 10.
Yeah, so I bet you they'll grade my PMG sticker. And they know me. They know me.
Carlos, stand-up display.
Stand-up displays. Where is it? Right here?
Former sponsors there?
I don't know if you can buy this, but former sponsors, stand-up displays, we want to thank them. They've been a great supporter of our show over the years. So give them, if you ever need anything stand related, definitely go to these guys, stand-up displays. I think I have a coupon code with them, Curator, so you can definitely use them, as well as our other sponsors that we've had over the years, Mr. Minty, Zion Cases, Veriswap. We've had some great sponsors of this show over the past couple of years, and usually the code is always Curator, so you guys can get some type of discount with them.
That's right. John Holt, yes, sign the sticker, please.
You got it, John. I will sign all the stickers. I will sign all the stickers for you guys.
Mark the Collector, hopefully I'll see you guys again in 2025 if I visit SoCal. It was fun meeting you guys at WrestleCon in LA last year. Mark, will you be heading to the WrestleMania in Vegas in April? Let me know. Maybe we'll meet up then.
Maybe.
Hey, are you even going to be at the Netflix next Monday at the Intuit Dome down the street from me, Mark? We're going to try to go to, and I'm trying to go with friends next Tuesday, since we're not going to have Between Two Slabs anymore, to NXT at the Shrine. So I'm looking forward to that one. Oh my goodness, toilet bowl food review. This is not your review, is it, Dan? Hello, everyone. What's up, toilet bowl? Kenny G, what's up, Merlin? What's up, Kenny? What is Vikings? Congrats on your Vikings for the big win last night. Secret Shop cards. You always had pop culture cards since the very beginning, guys. Even random Mario cards, etc. I saw you have those at local card shows early on. Yeah, we did. We had those Nintendo Mario cards from the 80s and 90s. Jeff Derrico, highlight at the National with the Messi Ronaldo 2K sale. Was that the Luke the card artist, or was that a piggy banks?
That was a piggy banks card.
And, wow!
Let me humble brag again. I gotta say, I'm not gonna take full credit because obviously I'm not the artist or whatever. But dude, I had a little bit of a role to play in the rise of piggy banks because up until that time, his highest sale was like $500, I think, on eBay or something like that. Yeah,
for 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, for a piggy banks card. And I made a promise to him. Here's the story, guys. I never told this, I don't think. I told him before I was going out to the National, I said, I was just talking to him and he was talking about like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I'm not going to be able to, I'm thinking about going to the National, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to set up or anything. And I said, dude, let me give you some exposure. Okay. I like what you're doing. I have like 8 showcases there. Let me put a bunch of your cards out. And I promise you, I'm just going to put them out and I'm not going to sell any of them unless somebody pays me $2,000 for one of them. Okay, dude. But I'm just going to show your stuff off. And I did that. I put like 10 of his cards out and people loved them. They kept asking me and I was educating people about them. And then one guy, his name's John, he came by and he saw that Ronaldo Messi card and he said, I need this card. I need this card. And I said, well, it's $2,000. And he's like, come on, $2,000. That's ridiculous. I'll give you like $400. And I said, screw you. Okay. You're not getting this card for less than $2,000. And he kept going back and forth for like a day and a half. And then finally he came to me. He's like, let's talk about this. Okay. Why do you want this? Why do you, tell me why this card is worth $2,000 so that I can wrap it, so I can justify spending that type of money. And I laid the whole thing out for him. I told him, hey, look, this is an artist, okay? This is not like a one-time deal. You're not buying this specific card. You're buying into the brand of the artist, which is Piggy Banks. I was telling him all about it. We videotaped this whole thing. You can see it on the video. It's on YouTube, guys.
I was right there.
You can see it. And I explained to him about how you need to view and purchase artwork. And I'll say this again. I've told you, I've said this many times on the podcast, but I'll say this again. When you're buying artwork, okay, you're not buying the individual piece of art because you think that one piece of art is going to be the one thing that is worth a lot of money or whatever. You're buying into the brand of the artist because what he's doing, what every artist is doing is they're making a portfolio, a body of work throughout their career. And what you want to see is a guy who is building up and getting better and better and better and more exposure and doing bigger pieces and challenging himself and building a whole body, a whole career of work. That's what you want to see. If you see that and you believe in that artist and you can see them coming up, that's when you want to invest into their pieces. You don't want to invest. And I'm going to talk a little shit about some of these card artists here. I'm just going to be honest, okay? Because it's the last show. So what are they going to say? Okay. A lot of these card artists that you see out there, to me, it's just a cash grab. To me, they're just putting things together. They're copying ideas from other people, and their work is either not very detailed or it's just lazy, right? Those are not the people that you want to invest in because you think, unless you really love their stuff. If you love their stuff, just buy it. But if you're buying it because you think they're going to be the next piggy banks, you got another thing coming to you, okay? A lot of those guys are going to fall off real quick when the money's not easy for them. And when they do, their stuff is going to be worthless. Believe me, okay? You're going to be giving it away.
There's quite a few now. There's definitely are.
You're going to be giving it away. But if you can find the rare guys like piggy banks that you can see that they're reinvesting the money that they're making into better packaging, better quality artwork, better user-friendly websites, all that stuff, then you know that they're going to be around for the long haul. And if you like their artwork and you think they're talented, those are the guys that you want to invest in. And for me, piggy banks, I saw that early on, and I got in early. I supported that guy when nobody else supported him. Believe me.
True.
He's a big deal now, Merlin. Okay. And he barely has time to talk to me, but
even you,
even me,
oh,
even
get
me,
out of here.
Okay. But I'll tell you this, back in the day, I was like the only person that ever talked to him. Okay. Like I remember, and he might get mad at me saying.
Here's a question now, because that's been almost 2 years now. The Messi Ronaldo. What do you think the asking price would be today for that?
10,000 at least.
Good Lord, yeah.
Yeah, it's 5x in like 2 years. Or 1 year and a half, something like that. But to finish my story.
Okay.
There was a point where I was like really encouraging of him, and I was just being nice, to be honest. I was just saying, like, you know what, I'll support you, dude. Anything you need, let me know, blah, blah, blah. And he was so thankful that I was supporting him. He said he was like, it's so good to have somebody support me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Here's free piggy banks cards. He was giving me free cards because nobody else wanted.
He was even giving to me because of you.
Yes, and in hindsight, I sold most of those cards. I've been like the top sale of every.
You wish you still had a few of those.
Of every phase of piggy banks, of the different phases where his cards jump up in price.
Right.
I've been the guy who has had top dollar sales. Right. Mm-hmm. Looking back in hindsight, I gave away a fortune, dude. If I had kept all the stuff, like I've made a lot of money. I just sold the piggy banks today for $4,000 on eBay.
What was that?
It's a two-way killer, Shohei Ohtani two-way killer on eBay, $4,000. I just accepted an offer today, right? But
Jesus,
if I had, this year, the most money I've made in a hobby this year has been off of piggy banks. A lot. Believe me, okay, guys. To humble brag a little bit, I've made tens of thousands.
That wasn't your card that sold for $99,000 on eBay.
No, that was not mine.
Okay,
no,
I was like,
I had that card. Card. So, anyways, looking back on it, of all the cards that I sold, if I had just kept them today, it'd probably be like $200,000. To be honest,
you can retire.
Yeah. But you know what? But I don't look at it that way because
I know you can't. You can't.
Every sale that I did, I was the high sale at that time. I took it to that next level. Blah blah blah. Right. Building it up. And I'm happy. Piggy banks is another one of those niche markets that I'm happy that I was at the front of it and I was able to give exposure to everybody. And a lot of people. I'll tell you this too. Let me finish this, Merlin. A lot of people that collect piggy banks now. That saw it on my page, I made them a lot of money. I made these guys like six figures, and they tell me all the time they're very appreciative of me. So I'll take credit for that.
With the PMGs and the Star Wars Superfractors.
Yes, I'll take credit for that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, when they started coming out piggy banks, I loved it. I loved the artwork, but I was always hesitant or worried about what the mainstream market at these card shows would think about it, because I felt like maybe it might be too artsy for them. So to see them finally like embrace like original like digital artwork was definitely a plus in my book. Definitely.
And it's funny to see how the hobby kind of like the hobby doesn't accept anything right away. You kind of need to warm them up to the idea, and then once they accept it, they go in hard. Okay, art cards is one of them. Remember, like a couple years ago, like people would cut up the cards and they call those art cards, and nobody wants any of that stuff, right? But now it's evolved into like real cards that people make. That's one thing. Another thing that I'm proud that I was actually a part of too is like slab mags. Okay, remember slab mags?
Oh,
okay,
from day one, right?
When I first started showing these off, people thought this was the most ridiculous thing. Oh, a protector for a protector. You're going to protect your cards. You're going to protect the protector slab of your cards. How stupid is that, right? But after a while, people warmed up to the idea.
Those same people joking at you were the ones buying them.
Yes, and I made a lot of money selling these too. I made a lot of money. I was a dealer for them for a while I was helping them, and then they sponsored our channel many times too.
Yep.
and we have a great relationship with Slab Mags. But this was another example of one of those things that the hobby first looked at, and they were like, "That's stupid." But then now you see it everywhere. You see it everywhere.
You so do.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get to these comments here.
All right. What we have next? Let's go for it. All right. Dan's looking through them.
I already highlighted. Read it.
Oh, this was the one you want me to do. Okay, sorry. Emmanuel, pump what you love to collect. Right. Exactly.
One of my catchphrases that I coined, because if we'll go back, there was a period of time where there was like 2 or 3 guys that were so fucking obsessed with me. Like every night they would jerk off watching my videos, thinking about response, thinking about the response.
Oh
how am I going to respond to the great curators' content and videos? These guys are losers, okay? And I'm not even gonna hold back on these guys. They wasted so much time. Merlin, you know this. They wasted so much time trying to go after me, trying to cancel me. These losers, right? Look back on this. This was like 1 year, 2 years ago. They tried their best to take me down for whatever reason. Like,
they even tried to Bobby Heenan me too.
They tried to do so many things because they didn't like me, and it
made
no
Merlin, you need to turn on the great curator.
It made no sense because we never had any interactions with any of these guys at all, and they don't collect anything that we collect, but they just, for some reason, they got fixated on me, and they made so many videos.
Convention shows. We were
always
in the battle zone.
They dragged my name through the mud. They made so many videos about me, and you know what? It never worked. It never worked. All their insults bounced off me like bullets off Superman. I was Teflon to these idiots.
Dan.
No matter how much they tried to spend their precious time to go after me. And now looking back on it, I haven't heard from these guys. I don't know if they're still making videos or not. I haven't heard from these guys. But now, here's the question. Here's the point that I want to make. You go back, and if you think about this, okay? If you go back and look at all their videos, all their posts, all the time that they spent going after me, the time that they spent watching our content, taking notes, the time that they spent shooting videos, editing, uploading, right? The time that they spent, talking to each other, being guests on their own podcast, trying to talk shit about me. They wasted hours, days, weeks of their life coming after me, and it amounted to nothing, 0, because I'm still here, and I still have over 35,000 followers, over 7,000 followers on YouTube, sponsorship deals, my own card company. They did nothing. The only thing they did is put me up on a platform and give me more exposure. And I want them to look at this because I know that this is going to get back to them, you stupid losers. I want you guys to think to yourself, when you guys are on your deathbed, think to yourself, when you're on your deathbed thinking, man, I wish I had more time with my family. I wish I would have taken that vacation. I wish I would have done this or that. I wish I didn't spend so many hours and days of my life going after the great curator, because it was a complete waste of time, because I'm still here and I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, well, so you're trying to tell us they didn't get to you.
I'm still here, right? I'm still here.
And happier than ever, right?
Let me go back. One thing I want to go back. I want to say something about piggy banks real quick. If I can just, I had my what Ben's my.
Anytime you're talking about piggy banks, we're ready to hear. We're ready to listen.
Okay, so you said that one piggy banks card, which is the Mando Jumpman Mandalorian.
Yeah, the Mandalorian Jumpman, correct.
So for $100,000, right?
Almost right.
I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. I think piggy bank still has a long way to go. I think you're gonna see some of his cards go for tens of thousands of dollars. You're going to see a lot of things happen with his stuff. But here's one thing you have to understand about where he is now versus where he was before. So before, his whole gimmick was he makes one-of-one variations, and he does like 5, 10, 15, 20, something like that, right?
Okay.
And as he gets bigger, and as he has more demand, he has to do more variations to kind of grow his community of collectors. Continue to make that, right? So you have like let me pull a card, for example. You'll have you'll have like the Kurosawa, the Marvel Kurosawa. Right. I have the Angel Dust version, but you'll see like 30 variations of this, right? And as he continues to grow, you're going to see more variations, right? And some of those will be worth more money than the others, but here's what I got to say. I believe I have the most valuable piggy banks card in existence, okay? In existence. Because there's no other one out there.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
It is a true one of one. There are no variations, and I guarantee you.
Are you going to sell it?
I guarantee you, he will never make another one. The Jumpman, Mandalorian, he made second edition versions of that, and I think maybe a third edition. He made like different versions of that. So technically, there are multiple versions of that out there, and he'll probably do that with his more popular cards. But the one card that he'll never, ever, ever make one of.
Not even a reissue.
Not even a reissue, okay?
Oh,
because I think he probably regrets doing this, so he'll probably never do it again. And I hope that he never does it for anybody else. But I have the Great Curator PMG version. This is an official Piggy Banks card, guys. This is not my sticker, okay?
What did he make that, Dan?
This is my sticker. He made this as a thank you for me after I sold that card. Okay. Or I think maybe before, like when I did something and he made this as a thank you for me. Okay. But this is a cracked ice. He asked me, what's your favorite variation that I make? And I said, cracked ice. And he surprised me by making me this Great Curator PMG. This is official, guys. Look, it has a back. He signed it. Okay. What did he say? He even signed it. He put, "This is the way" on this.
Oh boy!
In the description, okay. Piggy banks.
So you now need to talk to King Golden. You need to be on the King Collectibles and auction this one off on Golden Auctions.
One day I will. One day when his stuff is selling for like 6 figures, I'm gonna throw this up on Golden with a reserve.
With a reserve. You need to have your own episode.
Yes. Okay. One day, this will be the most valuable Piggy Banks card in existence. I promise you.
So also what's up on like the black labels too? I always see people like they highlight that it's a black label on the Piggy Banks.
It's just another gimmick that he added in there to make another chase for people. So he does the black label, he does the black back label as well. So like
that's
the
a
back
rare variation too.
Will be black, and it's just like gimmicks that make people want to chase something, you know what I mean? Because if he's doing 30, 40 variations, I mean, there's different patterns on there, but which pattern is better, right?
Right.
What makes one card better than the other? If it has a black label, if it has a black back, whatever, right? It's just something you have to do, and it's something fun for collectors to chase. That's why they do it. Okay, all right, let's get to some more of these comments here.
All right. Well, John Holt again. I know the show is over, but you guys still be dropping content so we can follow your hobby journey or things like Curator's amazing trips all the time, man. I mean, Curator's doing it every single day.
Yeah, Instagram is still going strong. I have to do it. To be honest, I would love to just kind of sail off in the sunset, and you would never hear from me again. I would love to do that. Believe me, there's nothing I want to do more than to not waste my time editing content, and doing this.
I don't even know when you sleep, man. I don't know when you sleep. You're a robot. I still think you're a robot.
But I can't. But I have to keep it going for a couple reasons, because the Great Curator Instagram, it helps Saturday morning cards. It's a platform that I use to promote Saturday morning cards, which is obviously something that I really want to take off. Also, I've worked really hard to get through 36,000 subscribers. I don't even know where I'm at right now. I think I'm at 36,000, something like that. I worked really hard to do that, dude. This is all organic. All right. This is not like, I'm not like an industry plant like some people. I'm not even going to mention names. Okay. But I'm not like, you're not seeing me jump from like 1,000 to 20,000 overnight. You're not seeing me, do any other crazy stuff. Like, I worked really hard to build my spot within the hobby on the back of pop culture cards. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping to kind of continue to build that, and be the guy that jumps between different universes. You know, I'm living in the multiverse of collectibles where I can go from sports cards to comic books to toys to original artwork to memorabilia to everything. I want to be the guy that collects everything. That's why I call myself the great curator. And that's what I'm building my platform to be before I turn around and I sell it for $1 million to some, you know, to somebody that just wants to whatever, turn my platform into something. So definitely Instagram is going to be going strong for the foreseeable future.
Love it. So what we got next here? Mark the Collector, Dan's OG card show vlogs were the best, better than most of the content nowadays. Was that like when you started doing the how-tos or?
No, my vlogs, my show vlogs.
Right.
Was, you know, it was fun to do, but like a lot of the things that I do in the hobby in terms of my content, I'll do something for a little while and then it just becomes repetitive and then I just lose interest and I'll stop doing it. So like the show vlogs, we were doing that, kind of lost interest. Like my educational videos I did at first, and then I just kind of like, I felt like I did as many as I wanted to do. And then I transitioned to doing show vlogs, right? We did that. And then we transitioned to doing like interviews. And then, you know, we transitioned to doing travel content. And, you know, we just kind of try different things and we have fun with it until we get tired of it and we just move on to something else. And that's how we kind of keep things fresh.
Gotcha. See, like I saw something today, Dan, that you posted. I don't know if it was today or what, but I saw it today where you're doing some kind of like Shogun Warriors crazy stuff going on.
Shogun Warriors? You mean my
kind of like, yeah, Japanese warrior.
So when I was in Japan, I visited an ancient, it's called Edo Wonderland. And basically it's like a Renaissance, Japanese style Renaissance fair where everything is like the Edo period, whenever that was. I don't even know what year that was. But like people were walking around like samurais and ninjas and geishas and stuff. And it was cool. You know, I loved it. You know, so
it looked fun.
I like making travel content. That might be something that you see me kind of lean more into.
Oh, really?
My travel content does really well. Like
it does. I know.
I did this post, this content post about craft soda, a craft soda store in Japan. And it's got like 100,000 views.
You're definitely my favorites. I'm always watching all your content when it's talking about travel. And I'm like, damn, I wish I was there with the curator, man.
That might be the next evolution, guys. I might pivot from hobby content to travel content. You might see that, you know. That's actually a lot more fun. A lot more fun.
So it looks like we got Big Brother watching us right now.
Jay's watching us. Jay's
from the Philippines.
Jay's taking notes. He's looking for stuff to slam me on, you know, trying to if I say anything bad.
You were on. He has to make sure you he watches your stuff to make sure you're all kosher here. Jay is still waiting for you to gift me that Kobe for the holidays.
I'm sorry to break this news to you, Jay. If you didn't follow my content, but I sold that Kobe. You had your chance, Jay. I sold that Kobe for $5,600. You had your chance. I would have gave you a sweetheart deal on it, but you know, I'm sorry. You're too busy running the West Coast Card Show. So that is no longer in my possession.
Oh man! Oh, he's mad now. You may not have that booth at the West Coast Card Show anymore.
He's gonna move my booth over to the next to the bathroom, or or something like that. I know. I'm gonna get a text from him. He's gonna.
He said all he's got left for you now is a 4-foot table.
He's gonna get upset
behind the garbage can.
Okay, relax, Jay. Relax. I know you're on your vacation in the Philippines. Go enjoy yourself. Go to Jollibee and enjoy yourself and have a great time. Don't worry about us, Jay. You shouldn't be watching this, okay? Jay, don't watch this. If you're gonna see something you're not gonna like, Jay. So don't watch it. Turn off the channel right now. I'm warning you.
They're all texting me. They're all watching and listening. Carlos, I remember you blew up piggy banks, Dan.
I had a hand in it for sure. I had a hand in it for sure. So and I'm proud of that too. You know what I mean? And you know, like a lot of going back to this card artist thing, here's something that I don't really talk about, but I'll talk about it right now just because, right? A lot of card artists have kind of sprouted up. There's like dozens of them now. Seems like a new one every day. Right. And a lot of them reach out to me and ask me to help them, right? Give them exposure, follow them, show off their cards. Sometimes they'll send me cards, and if they're cool with me, I'll highlight them. You know, like I've highlighted some card artists out there. But what I've noticed is that between these card artists, they're very catty with each other. They're like they're very catty, dude. And like if I don't highlight them or I don't like their stuff, they get mad at me, you know, and they they talk shit about me. Basically, I know this stuff is getting back to me. Here's one thing too, guys, that you have to realize. I've got sources everywhere. Okay. I'm like Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. I've got little birdies everywhere that tell me stuff. Okay. You might think that you can get away with something in a private Discord, okay, chat, but if you talk shit, it's gonna get back to me. Okay. I know everything. And some of these guys just don't like me because I'm not giving them the same exposure that I gave piggy banks. But to be honest, if the truth is, if I'm not giving you guys exposure, it's because I don't like your stuff, or I just think you're not a cool person. You know, like you probably did something that I thought was inappropriate, and I'm not going to give you, my platform for you to kind of continue to do that kind of stuff. But if you're cool with me, then I'll probably give you, some type of exposure, however I can help. I've done that with Case Hitman. I've done that with Luke the Cardist, and I've done that with other people that have been really cool in the hobby. But some of these guys are not cool.
Persistent.
Some of these guys are not cool, and you know who you are. And I think what you're doing is a cash grab. So that kind of stuff I can't support.
So there you go.
Yeah. All right, let's get
from
to
the curator's mouth. Mark the Collector. I need a Tiger Bear sticker in my collection. Oh, Dan.
I'll hook you up, Mark. I'll hook you up. Let me write that down here.
Other stuff. We've been passing out those Tiger Bear stickers everywhere.
Okay.
Then Eric Sanchez says, so cool, Dan.
So Eric Sanchez, I don't know why his name is Sanchez, but he goes by Eric Marshall on Instagram. Eric Marshall. He's actually one of our SMC card artists.
Are you sure this is the same person?
Yes, it is, because that's his profile picture. So one of the artworks that he did was the Popeye artwork right here. This is Eric Sanchez or Eric Marshall. I kind of screwed up. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but I kind of screwed up with the back of this card. We credited a different artist. We're gonna fix this.
Oh my god! And he's on here.
We're gonna fix this for sure. But this is Eric Marshall's artwork. He did Popeye. He also did another card that's going to come out
card that Saturday morning cards.
This is his artwork. He's a very, very talented artist. He did the box artwork for the Christmas cards that we did. He does a lot of the Tiger Bear artwork for us. So check him out on Instagram. I love working with him. He's one of my best artists to work with. Super reliable, super professional. Awesome. If you guys ever need any type of commissions done, you contact him. He is based out of Mexico too. So if you want to support a foreign artist, go follow him on Instagram. Eric Marshall is
Eric Marshall, right? Yes.
Yeah. His profile picture is like peanuts, like a Charlie Brown peanuts.
It looks like an old Linus. It looks like Linus.
Yes, but he also takes commissions, guys. He has SMC blank sketch cards. He's done sketch card artwork for us. He's done the main card artwork for us. He's done the box card artwork for us. He's a very, very talented artist. He's got this great mid-century style to his artwork, mid-century Silver Age comic book style is how I would describe it. I love his stuff. Cool. So check him out on Instagram, message him, give him a follow, tell him that I sent you there.
And that's Eric with a CK at the end.
Yes. Eric, he goes by Eric Marshall.
Yeah, I found him and I'm following on Instagram right now at Eric Marshall on Instagram.
Yes.
Another Eric Sanchez, the GOAT.
Yes, that's him. Oh, he's talking about me. He's too kind. He's too kind.
The piggy banks card, probably. Eric Sanchez again. Dan, what's the top 3 most expensive Saturday morning card sketch cards that have been on the market?
On the market, I'm gonna include private sales because some of the private sales were crazy. But I know there was one. It was like a ticker card. I think sold for like $800, and I think a couple have sold between $400 to $500 out there. I'm not sure because they trade privately. I would like to say that all the sketch card artists that we have are really super talented and really amazing. I don't want to pick favorites, but I'll say that the guys that I really love here. Well, let me say this. This is how I pick the sketch card artists. There's in the beginning. This is what I did. I just found Marvel artists that I thought were really great, and I contacted them. And if they were down, they worked with us.
Okay.
So that's how I found artists like Tim Shin, Stephen Birch, Ash Gonzalez, other guys like that. That's how I found them, and I really love their artwork. Chris Giarrusso is another one of them. And then since then, because we've become popular among sketch card artists, they've reached out to us and tried to share their portfolios and be part of our sketch card roster. So from that, I've been able to discover other really, really talented artists out there that I've highlighted. Let me see if I can highlight.
Okay.
Let me show you any ones here that I can kind of show off. One of them is here's one. This is Alex Mines. He's a UK-based artist. He does really, really great work. Love his stuff.
That's insane. That looks great.
Here's Aaron Lorich. Okay, one of the cards that I got from him, Aaron Lorich.
Now these look like Marvel cards or something. Are those what those are?
Yeah. A lot of these sketch card artists are Marvel artists as well. So I'm happy to highlight them. This is forget his last name, Brian McCleskey. Brian McCleskey. He does this a really amazing card for me here. Let me see if I have anybody else that I can show off. Here's a Tim Shin card right there.
Captain America. That's cool.
Yes. Let me see if anything else. One here I want to show off. This is one I got recently. Okay, I really love this one. Stephen Birch, amazing.
Isn't that a famous cover?
Yes, this is from 1992 Marvel Masterpieces. This is their Battle Spectre Gems, Wolverine versus Sabretooth. And then on the back side here, this is a separate card, but I just put it in this holder. This is Captain America versus Red Skull. Stephen Birch, amazing artist. All these guys, I'm telling you guys, if you want and let me show you, some sketch card artists, their stuff can go for like $150 to like $500. And if you get to be really big, like Peach Momoko, Angel Vials, their sketch cards can go for like $1,000, things like that, right? The artists that we have in Saturday Morning Cards, in my opinion, are just as talented. And they're putting out crazy talented sketch cards out there. So you guys can get in on this stuff cheap. You can get their stuff for like $50 to $100. You can get commissions for them from around that price, $50 to $100. You can get amazing, amazing artwork at a bargain basement price. And I'm telling you guys, these guys, they're not quitting. They're continuing to go, and their stuff, I think they're going to be like regarded as some of the best artists in the sketch card, industry in years to come. So check them out.
They're all heavily involved in the comic art community and very well known in the community as well.
Yes, check them out. And let me show you guys something, okay? No, I don't want to talk shit about that guy. Never mind. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But let me go order commissions from them, guys, okay? Because these artists, they don't make a lot of money, and they rely on their commission. So it's a great way to support the artist and to get really, really good, high quality sketches for them. And if you mentioned that tell them that Saturday Morning Card sent you, tell them that the great curator sent you so that they know, so they feel appreciated. Okay. And Eric Marshall is one of those guys. So contact him on Instagram. All these guys that I mentioned, they have very small Instagram followings, relative compared to their. I mean, they should have like 10,000 plus followers, right? Yeah. They're that good. If you look at somebody like Peach Momoko, she's got like over 100,000 followers. If you look at Angel Vials, I don't know how many. I think he's got like over 10,000 followers. But a lot of these guys, they don't have that many because people don't know them. And they're just looking for exposure. They're just looking for opportunities to show their talent. So go check them out, guys. Give them a follow. Because you will not be sorry if you get a commission from them. And Eric Marshall is one of them. He's one of my favorite guys to work with. Follow him on Instagram.
Eric Sanchez again, aka Eric Marshall. Yeah, haha. Ed Ram Merle passed 4,000 followers. So when is the wager taking place? Soon.
What wager is that? What wager is that? Is that when you're gonna get the Between Two Slabs tattoo on your back?
Oh God, no. I hope you are.
Merlin's gonna get a Between Two Slabs logo. It's gonna be the tramp stamp on his back, guys.
Well, did you post? Someone had got like a Pie tattoo, and they did it on their nipple, but Pie's nipple, where the nipple was, where his package was.
No, I didn't. Oh boy!
Did you not post that on?
No, that was not me.
Someone tagged Saturday morning cards.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about something real quick here. I know we've been reminiscing, we've been going over these things. I want to talk about something real quick here. Hold on, my daughter.
There she is.
Hang on. Hey. Okay, thank you. All right. Oh, and here's another thing. Now that I bring this up here, here's another thing that I gave a little bit of exposure to. It kind of took off, but there's still a lot of room to run on this.
What's that?
You know this because you made a little bit of money on this.
I did.
K-pop, guys.
Oh, of course.
K-pop is going to be big. I kind of dabbled in this a little bit. I made a lot of money actually in this already, and I kind of got out, but there's still a lot of room on this. I know you did very well with your Blackpink signed album.
I did, yes, sir. Oh, yes, red hot.
That one, I give you credit for that one. You definitely took a chance on that, but K-pop cards is another thing, guys. Pay attention to that. Anyways,
I know, especially I've been like in my underwear the other night singing Apate with Rose and.
Okay, well, we didn't need to know the underwear part, but I'm glad that you're having fun. Okay, now.
You want me to see you do the dance?
Let me talk a little real quick here, okay? Let me give you a review about these Transformer cards, these god-awful Transformer cards. I don't usually do reviews like this.
Box too.
I don't usually do reviews like this, but I feel like I'm going to make a point, and I'm going to use these cards to make a point, okay? So if you guys had not heard about this or seen this or whatever, this is a brand new release. It just came out like this week. It's from a company called Dynamite, which is a comic book publisher company that decided to get in on the card market and make these cards. And they made these 40th anniversary Transformer cards, okay? And they describe these. It's right on the box here, guys. They describe these right on the box. Deluxe Ultra Premium Trading Cards, okay? So for us being in the hobby, when you hear Deluxe Ultra Premium, you're probably thinking like flawless style cards,
like flawless,
like 130 point cards, on card autos, chrome, something like that, right? Deluxe Ultra Premium. If you use those words, it's got to mean something, right? So I was super excited. I love Transformers. I love G.I. Joe. I love anything from the 80s. I was super excited to get this. Okay, got this. Okay, let me show you how disappointing these cards are. Give me a second.
Yeah, and I noticed when we were at Comic-Con, when we got actually cards at the Comic-Con, a lot of them came in boxes like you just showed us.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make a point, and I'm gonna have to roast these guys, unfortunately, okay? But I'm gonna make a point here. So here are some of the cards that came in this release here, okay? These are the base cards, okay? They're paper cards, okay? These are the base cards. They use the artwork from the old toy line, which is kind of cool. And this background, this is from like an old toy packaging, right? But there's nothing here. Like there's no, like this is not a card. This is like something that you cut out on the back of the cardboard box where this toy came in, right? There's no name of the character. There's no border. There's no rhyme or reason to this. They just have this. And I know because I make cards now, so I know how they do it. They take the image, which is from the asset catalog that Hasbro has. They have like a catalog of digital images, and they let you use it if you have the license. And you can take that, and then you put it onto your own border, and then you make the card. And that's what they did. But they didn't add anything else besides that. Here's Thundercracker.
So you're saying they did absolutely no extra work to them.
Nothing. Okay. Here's Ironhide. And here's the thing about these. Here's the thing about this artwork. This one actually looks like the character in the cartoon. It looks like a robot.
Right.
This one doesn't look like a robot. This is what the toy looked like.
Yeah, because it's kind of like half open.
Yeah, and unless you had this toy and knew this character like I do, this is Ironhide, you wouldn't know this because it doesn't look like a robot. It looks like the toy, okay?
Is that the one that turns into a fire engine?
No, it's like it's just a red van.
Oh, really? Okay. So
and here's the back of the card. Really, no description, no power levels, nothing like that. It's very, very basic, okay?
Oh, that's lame.
Here's they had autos, and this is apparently I didn't know who this
was.
You
pulled one. Congrats.
Apparently, this is the guy that wrote the comic books, but honestly, I never even heard of this guy. I guess he's a big deal, but I never heard of him. Okay, and if I never heard of him, probably a lot of people never heard of him as well. But here's an auto of him. It's on card. I give them that. Here's one of the sketch cards that they have, which is all right, but this one has like a sticker here. I think this guy messed up and he put the sticker here or something. But here's a sketch card. I would have liked to see a full body version of this. I don't even think this is that detailed, but it's not bad. Okay, it's probably the best card out of the bunch. Here's another sketch card, and I think this is terrible. I think this is terrible. I'm not going to show you the artist who did this, but I think this is half-ass at best. This is like a puzzle card. And
yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of other missing panels to it.
Yeah, why would you want that? Why would I want this part of the sketch card if I'm not going to get the whole damn thing? You know how hard it is to try to piece together a puzzle of a one-on-one sketch card? This is impossible. And then the card itself, it looks I'm going to be harsh here.
Oh boy.
Cuz I talked about sketch card artists, and you look at sketch card artists like Stephen Birch, for example, that will take time to put the details, the color, everything in here like this, and then you look at this. It's not the same. It's not the same. This is terrible. And the person, and I know how they do this now, the person, there's a guy that has to approve of this, right? And put this into the product. So whoever approved of this card here, they dropped the ball on that, okay?
Yeah, that wasn't smart.
And then here's a puzzle card. Again, I don't know why they had to put these Autobot symbols here. If this is going to be a puzzle on the backside, same thing. They put all this like legal line and symbols here. If this is supposed to be a puzzle, and these things connect, it's going to look stupid that it has these little Autobot symbols and everything around the corner, right?
A distraction with all the symbols on the corners.
So what the hell is this then? What is this? You know, the whole thing, and that's what this whole release is. Okay, so again, and then let me show you, for example, these cards. These are the main cards, the base cards. Okay, this is the Ironhide version. I made a post about this on Instagram, but I'm going to say it again. This is Dynamite's version, and this is for comparison purposes, this is the Caillou version, the Chinese company that did their own Transformer cards a couple years ago. Same.
Oh my gosh.
Same stock image. This is the same stock image. Okay.
That's Ironhide, crazy. You found it.
Ironhide stock image. Versions. I had it because I bought a box of these. Here's their version. Same image, but you can see at least they put some effort into it. They put the name of the faction, Autobots. They put the Autobot symbol. They put the name of the character, which sounds like a no-brainer, but they put it there. They put their own background to this. And then they even put this little Easter egg where it's like a little peg holder to show that it was like a carded figure, like a toy. They put that there.
Wow, that's cool.
Okay. On the back of it, they put the power rating on here, and they put like a little detail about the character versus this. Okay. So again, you know, what do you guys think here? You look at this here. Let me show you another example so you can see that it's not a one-off. Here's Thundercracker. Same thing. Same stock image, but one put a lot more detail than the other. And then this one, this is a paper card. It's just gloss. There's no other finish to it. It's just gloss paper card. It's very cheap and very flimsy. This one, it's hard to tell, but there's a foil pattern on it. Okay. On this. And these are not even the best cards that they had in the pack. They also had these ones here. Let me see if I can pull one to show you. They also had cards that had original artwork, modern interpretations of the characters. Look how awesome that is.
Oh, that's cool.
Right? They had these in the packs as well. Okay. So again, one of these, okay. What is it? One of these, a box of this Caillou, a box of this, $30. This is licensed as well, but it's only licensed in the Asian market. And I know that now because I make cards. I understand licensing territories. This is licensed in Asia. That's why we didn't really see it out here. This is $30 a box.
Okay.
This is $150 for one of their boxes. So one of these packs right here, you get like 12 of these in a box or something like that. Okay. So one box of 12 of those, $150. A box of these, $30. This describes itself as deluxe ultra premium trading card. Between the two of these, which one would you think would be the deluxe ultra premium version? I think it's this one.
Yep.
I think it's this one right here.
Yep.
It's definitely not this one. Okay.
No.
And I know some people will argue, because I got some comments telling me I was too harsh on these guys. Some people will argue that these cards, they have sketch cards, they have autograph cards in here, right? But it's not worth that much. To me, it's not worth the price difference, $120 price difference, okay? And here's the point that I want to make about this. This is why I got to roast these guys.
That's insane.
All right? This is why I got to roast these guys. These guys are these guys are like comic book publishers, right? They know comic books. And they probably looked at the trading card hobby and they're like, we need to get in on that. There's a lot of money there, right? You know, we can make a box of these. We can sell this for $150 a box. If we make a comic book, we can only sell a comic book for like $6, right? So let's get the Transformers license. Let's make these cards and let's make a ton of money. And they probably made millions of dollars off of these. You guys don't even realize they print like 10,000 cases of these things. Okay. And if you just do the math, you know, a box is like $150 and a case probably has like 6 to 8 boxes in the case. You do the math. It's millions of dollars. They print the hell out of these things. For just as a comparison, for Saturday morning cards, we only print 1,000 prints total, 1,000 boxes, because we want to keep it limited, because we understand things are supposed to be collectible. You can't be collectible if you got 20,000 of these things out there. These guys, just like everybody else, all these big companies, they don't understand that. So it's a cash grab for them. Okay. This was a definite cash grab. And I'm upset because I really like Transformers and I really wanted to see chrome cards. I wanted to see really nice designs, modern interpretations of the cards, and they gave us crap. And I know a lot of people probably wasted their money on these things. And if they're collectors like me, they're going to be disappointed for sure. For sure.
That was definitely a lazy work, especially with the graphics, the symbols. They don't put them on the cards except when it became a puzzle card, which distracted from the entire artwork.
Yes. Yes. And that's why. And then to have the nerve to call it deluxe ultra premium. Like,
I know.
Like, I'll tell you exactly what happened. A couple guys that were in charge of this project over at Dynamite, they're like, okay, let's make some cards. Okay, what do people have in the hobby? Okay, they use ultra premium. They use, this or that. They just pull these things, but they had no idea what they were doing. And they were probably card collectors back in the 90s, and that's probably what they based their plan on is making paper cards that look like they were from the 90s, right? And I understand that this is their 40th anniversary, and you can make an argument that this was supposed to be maybe like vintage and an homage to the toy line and all that stuff. But don't give me that crap. Don't call it ultra. Don't call it deluxe ultra premium. Okay, and then give us this crap, right?
Especially, I guess the company didn't have a budget.
Come on, they made millions of dollars off of these things. I'll tell you this right now. I know this for a fact. The license for Transformers is not cheap. Okay, so you got to pay them like $100,000, something like that, just to get the license for this. All right. So if you're doing that, if you're making a business plan and it costs you like $100,000 just to get the license, you need to make $5 million, right, on this to make it worthwhile after you pay your royalty and production fees and all that crap, right? So they knew what they were doing. They knew that they were going to make a ton of money on this and that they could have put a little bit of time. And you know what? I'll tell you this too. It does not take, like, the price of these cards to make is the same. Okay. The same process, the same manufacturing, everything's the same, except the only difference is the time and design process. And it doesn't take much to do this, right? They use the same stock photo. It won't take that much to make the cards look like this versus this.
Just a couple of Photoshop things. That's all you need.
So
once you get the titles created, you do them for all the other ones.
Yeah, and again, I feel like these guys. I feel like this was a cash grab. I feel like this was a comic book publisher that thought that they could make cards for the card community, and they didn't know what the hell they were doing. And it was a cash grab, and they gave us this crap. And I'll use another example here. Okay,
oh, it's ugly.
Upper Deck.
Okay,
right. Upper Deck recently came out with Marvel Masterpiece Platinum Edition. They call it Platinum, okay? Upper Deck is a card company. They know what they're doing. Even though they're taking old stock images of things from the 80s and 90s, they didn't half-ass it, right? They didn't give us paper versions of the original cards. They gave us chrome versions of these original cards that look beautiful. They look so nice. They gave us
that's why you opened them up.
Inserts with unique patterns. Look at that. I pulled this. Wolverine. This is a
like a hyper prism.
This is out of 992. So there's a ton of these, but it looks awesome, right? They gave us creative inserts. This is a plexiglass insert card.
Famous painting of
Spider-Man. Look at that. There. They gave us here's another one.
Amazing Spider-Man.
They gave us clear versions of the cards too.
Whoa, you pulled one of those?
Acetate cards.
Wow.
They gave us canvas versions, textured canvas versions of these cards. Okay. Really? And they even put in unique artwork. They took the original artwork and then they put it on a comic book cover. This is awesome. This box cost
There was so much variety in that box.
This box cost me $175.
Wow.
$25 more than this box. But man, I'm not complaining about this at all.
Wait a minute. That was just $25 more than the Transformer box?
Yes.
Well,
okay.
Oh, yeah. If I bought the Transformer box first, I would have been upset.
So you can't tell me that if you recycle images, if you're restricted to recycling images like what they did here, old stock asset catalog images, you can't tell me that you can't redesign them and make them look nice. This is the original artwork from 1992. All they did is put it on chrome cardstock and gave it a pattern. And look how premium this is deluxe ultra premium, guys. Okay, if you want to label your cards as deluxe ultra premium, that's what this is. That's what this looks like. Not this crap.
Yeah, well, they're using Upper Deck's using the old artwork but updating it to give it a modern look.
Yes, and I loved it. I opened this box, and I'm going to buy a case of these because I love these cards so much.
The Transformers actually look like they were bought back in 1984.
Yes. And again, that just goes to Upper Deck's a card company. They know what they're doing. They know what we want, and they give it to us in the best ability that they can. And I'm going to make this point too, okay? Real quick here. Let me pull this card. Where is it? Let me try.
How do we get Saturday morning cards back onto the Transformer line?
Believe me, I'm working on it. Okay. So this card right here, this card, Wolverine, this is numbered out of 992. Okay.
Right.
It's not rare. It's not worth that much. 990 numbers. No, it's not rare, but it looks awesome, right?
Yeah, it's definitely eye-catching.
So you can't tell me. I know an argument that they would make if I was going to interview the production team on this. They probably say, "Oh, well, we have to make a lot of these because we have to make our money back and we have to mass produce these and blah blah blah. So we can't take the time to design all these cards because we have to make so many of them." Bull crap. Okay, that's BS. You can take a very common card and make it beautiful. This card is out of 292. Okay. 292. Not rare, but it's awesome. It's beautiful because they took the time to design it because they know what they're doing because they're a card company.
Yeah.
You get this outsider here, this comic book company. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They come in and they try to do a cash grab and they fail miserably. Okay.
No, because we know that collectors also love to collect the rainbow of all the different variations of that one specific card. So if that person, like you showed, loves Storm or X-Men or Marvel cards, he might want to collect all those different variations.
Yeah. So definitely don't buy these Transformers cards. These are not Curator approved. This is junk. let them sit on the shelves, guys. Believe me. And I'll tell you right now, I'm not making any promises, but one day, if we're lucky enough to build up Saturday morning cards to have enough clout where we can get the Transformers license, I will make a hell of a better Transformers card than this. Believe me.
You need to do more box reviews again.
I usually don't like to talk bad about these things. You know, if it's a bad product, I'm not going to trash it or whatever. But I was just so upset with this because to me, this was a clear cash grab, and it's a company that has no idea what they're doing, and a lot of people are going to waste their money on this. A lot of people are going to waste their money because I know that people probably pre-ordered these and all these things, and they thought they were going to get all these cool things, and they're just going to get a bunch of crap that they can't even get rid of.
Yeah, it seems like the same people when I bought those Terminator cards back at Comic-Con San Diego, and they were cheap as well. They looked nothing like Saturday morning card Terminators did. And they had like probably the same rule book because of the licensing, but yet they couldn't come up with a good concept.
Do you have one of those next to you?
No, I don't.
Okay. So those are crap. Those are crap too. I couldn't believe you bought horrible. That. I couldn't believe you bought that, man. So
I sold them right away though, but they were like $40 a pack.
So here's my point. This is my point here. There's a lot of money in trading cards, right? There's a lot of money in the hobby going around. You see that. And businesses and entrepreneurs, they take notice of that. And they'll try to come in and get a piece of that. And that's fine. I got no problem with anybody starting a business trying to make money if they can make good products. But they come in here and they make this crap like this. And unfortunately, a lot of people spend their money on this when they could be getting something better. And to do a little shameless self-promotion here, okay? This is exactly why I started Saturday Morning Cards, okay? I wanted to make a high quality product of cards, pop culture cards that people wanted to see and collect, and I wanted to make it affordable, okay?
Yep.
Believe me, dude, I can tell you without a doubt right now, if I charge $200 for this, people would buy it, okay? If I charged $100 for these things, people would buy it, all right? But that's not what we're about. We're about making high quality chrome cards with all the features and elements that we love collecting. Low number, low print run, numbered parallels, cool designs, sketch cards, original artwork, all the things that we love, right? We put that into Saturday Morning Cards, and then we priced it at an affordable price point. Because I'll tell you this, what I learned about this, okay? The price per card is not that much, okay? When you're making cards. And the fact that, Panini, Topps, Upper Deck, Dynamite, that they can charge $150, $200 a box, $500 a box. Marvel Masterpieces just came out the other day. It's $500 a box for the new Marvel Masterpiece, right? The Prism boxes that came out were like $800 a box, right? All these crazy things. This is a lot of money, guys. And people are paying that stuff, and they're getting cards that are like crap. You know what I mean? So I intentionally wanted to make a product where people can collect it and not think that they have to flip it to make their money back. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Our boxes are $30 a box. If you buy it, you don't need to flip it to make your money back. You can just keep it. It's $30, right? Okay. For this. The Street Fighter, $60 because there's 2 cards in here. Same price per card, but you get 2 cards in here, okay? And it opens up like this if you haven't seen it, okay? I don't have any slab cards in here. I just have these ones, right? $60, right? You get a high quality hard box. This is hard. I don't know what the material. Hard cardstock box. Okay, versus this crap. Okay, this is their inside of their box. Okay, this is like eBay, the cards that eBay sends you from authentication is better quality than this crap here.
That's like something I made at art and crafts class.
Yes, cheap cardboard versus this felt lining, everything in here. Okay, foam lining, slabbed, one touch in there, everything. We give you quality
and everything.
Our stuff is ultra premium. Okay, I don't put it on the box, but our stuff is deluxe ultra premium for sure. And we will come out eventually. We're going to come out with a higher line, which will be even better. But this is what you would expect if you're spending your hard-earned money on this stuff. And because of the way that pricing is, we can price this affordably and still make a profit to keep the business running. At $30. So just ask yourself this, right? If a company like Dynamite gets the Transformers license and they produce what they produce, they package it the way that they package it, and they charge you $150 to do this, versus Saturday Morning Cards, which also gets a license and packages it this way, right, for everybody, but we charge $30 for this, right? Imagine what it costs to do this. Okay, ask yourself that, and then ask yourself if you really want to be spending your money on this kind of stuff or whatever else products that they have out there, or is there a better way to spend your money? And I think, and I know a lot of people, like, if you love Transformers, maybe this is your only option, so you just buy it because this is your only option. But I'll tell you this, one of my missions is to get the licenses to all the brands that people want, all the iconic pop culture brands. I'm out there trying to get a license for them. G.I. Joe, Transformers, Marvel, Star Wars, Batman, Superman, all that stuff. I'm working on it, guys. And if Saturday Morning Cards continues to grow and we make enough money to acquire these licenses and continue to do this stuff, you're going to get high quality, deluxe, ultra premium collectible trading cards like this, like Street Fighter, everything. It's going to be like this, and it's going to be priced affordably so that everybody can get it, guys. That's my promise to you guys. So if you support us, if you like that, please support us, order from us on our website, and then you'll continue to see these things. And, and hopefully we set high enough standard where this kind of crap from outsiders that don't know anything about trading cards, that think that they can come in here and just do a cash grab on us, hopefully we can give a better alternative. You're still going to see companies do stuff like this, but I hope that we can show that it's a better alternative. Okay. At least do it the way that Upper Deck did it with the masterpieces. At least do it that way. Don't do it this way. This is terrible.
So except for the autographs or that gets art cards, that's about the chase cards out of those boxes. That's it.
As far as I know, yeah. There are.
It really makes sense of why they even did it the way they did it.
And here's another thing. They advertise on the box here. Okay. 1 foil pack per box, 7 cards per foil pack. Okay. So one box, $150, you get 1 foil pack where you get 7 of these foil cards on there. Okay.
It should have all been foil.
Exactly. These are foil cards. You can see the shine on them. Okay.
The shine. That's all people care about these days is the shine. This is
the Caillou version. It's a foil card. They're all like this. Okay. This is paper. If you guys don't know what a foil card is, it's basically like a refractor, like a silver refractor, but it's done on very thin cardstock. So instead of calling it a refractor, they call it foil. That's the difference. But it's still a shiny card, right?
Right.
Okay.
It's still desirable.
Let me go back to Saturday Morning Cards example here. All right, and show you this. This is the guy. This is the guile, right? All our cards are silver refractors or refractor parallels.
Yes.
Okay. All our cards are like this. All right. Let me show you the Popeye one.
And that one looked like a Mojo or an Extra Square.
That was a Matrix. Okay. They're all thick cardstock silver refractors. Okay.
See how nice that is?
Yes.
All shiny.
And I'll tell you this. Here's another little industry secret. Let me give you this. Okay. The cost to make a non-refractor card and a refractor card is the same.
What?
Right?
Get out of here.
There's no difference.
Wow, did I know?
At least from my understanding of it, from the production that we use, there's really no difference, okay? Because they're just using different card stock. So here's just a chrome card. It's not a refractor. It's a chrome card.
It's a plain base card.
Yeah. And here's the refractor. You can see it's like rainbow pattern.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah. You see the kind of rainbow shining off of the card.
The cost is the same. But what they do is they use this as a chaser to as a gimmick for people to chase, so that you get one of these in your pack, you feel good about it. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Right. And that's fine. If that's one of the gimmicks they do, then that's fine. But for this release to call themselves Deluxe Ultra Premium and to not even put one foil card per pack, instead they put one pack of 7 foil cards in the entire box. That's crazy to me. That is just crazy to me. And again, with Saturday Morning Cards, I'll use this as another plug for us. We don't even have regular chrome cards. All our cards are silver refractors or refractor parallels because it costs the same to produce it. Okay. So we might as well, my thought process is
make it pretty and shiny.
Yeah. My thought process is give them the silver refractors, because that's what people want. We don't need base cards. Okay. People call this our base card, but our base card is actually a silver refractor. You know what I mean? So we got rid of all that fluff that you usually see in these trading card releases.
Love it.
Yeah. So anyway, okay, let's go over some of these comments. Let me get a breather here, because I feel like that was a long
rant. You were really ranting there.
That was a long rant, guys.
You had to get that off your chest, didn't you?
I appreciate it, but thank you for listening to that long rant here. Okay.
Yeah. What's he say? Secret card shops. That ultra deluxe premium title in the box is just way too much.
It's just words. They
I feel like they just like, oh, what can we put on the box?
Yeah.
They didn't even look to see what's inside the box at all, did they?
You might as well put like one of a kind, most valuable Transformer collectible card ever made. You might as well just put, like, if you're gonna go do that, then you might as well just go all the way, because
fill in the blanks, right?
It means nothing.
And it's still just a cheap paper card. Yeah. Secret shop cards, even just the Saturday Morning card box and one touches within the cards feel very premium. So true.
That's what we do, man. That's what
all about the presentation.
I just wanted to make a product that everybody wants. And being a collector, I made this product for myself. This is what I want. I don't want any fluff. I don't want any base cards. I want either a silver refractor or a numbered parallel. I want one card so that I don't have a bunch of crap that I have to get rid of. I want a nice box. I don't want a piece of crap cardboard box. I want everything to be high quality. And that's what Saturday Morning Cards is about.
Yeah, and then even if you pull the comment out of Saturday Morning Cards, you're not going to just throw it to the side like you do regular cards when you pull them out of a pack, the comments.
Here's another thing.
You make it like each presentation, it makes the card feel special since it's the one card.
Here's another thing I'll tell you about, okay? So here's one thing that I really, really think is a big problem in the hobby that I am personally trying to solve. I am on a mission to solve this problem, okay? You take this box as an example, but you could take this, you could put any pack of cards or any box in this place, okay? I open this box, right? I see Optimus Prime on that. Optimus Prime, probably one of my favorite Autobots, just like everybody else. Main character, the star. He's like the Michael Jordan of Transformers. Yeah. I see Optimus Prime. I want Optimus Prime, right? I want Optimus Prime. But instead, what I get is this broke-ass Ironhide, okay? I get this crappy half-face Bumblebee sketch card.
I get look for the other ones.
I get this sketch card of Soundwave, decent, but honestly not that great. I get this printed autograph, don't really care about. I get this crap puzzle card. This is junk. And then I get a crappy Thundercracker card. Okay?
I'm curious, on the autograph card, even on the back, does it say, congratulations, you have an autograph card? I just wonder if it even does that.
It says this is an exclusive and rare signed card by Bob Badinsky. But there's a ton of these. It's not rare. All right. They don't even know what the word rare means. It's not rare. There's a ton of them out there.
They're loosely using all these rare words.
So here's my Optimus Prime card that I got. This this is a picture of his torso. You know, this is this is not Optimus Prime. So just like everybody else that opened this, I was disappointed, right? And honestly, if you open anything, unless you get a card that's worth a lot of money, people are disappointed, right? Most of the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or they don't get the card that they want. That is a huge problem in the hobby, right? It's to the point now where they open the pack of cards, they don't even look at the base cards. They just look to see if they got a color, right?
The shiny colored cards, right?
If you look, if you watch Breakers, they just rip it open. They say, oh, is there any color? No color, okay, and then they go through it really quick. If you ever watch some of the Pokemon breaks, dude, they flip through the cards. You can't even see the cards. They just go straight to the holo card in the back.
Is that what they're looking for? The holo cards?
Yeah, they don't even take the time because if you don't get like the best card, the pack is wasted. It's
not worth it.
You feel like you lost your money. So one of the
taking all the common cards for granted now.
Yes. So the solution that I have to that with Saturday morning cards is I didn't want to make a bunch of fluffy cards that nobody wants, right? Like if you buy this card Popeye, you're gonna get a Popeye card. You're not gonna get Olive Oil. You're not gonna get Wimpy. You're not gonna get anybody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's one artwork that you get, so you know exactly what you're gonna get. And if you happen to get a colored parallel, numbered parallel, even better.
Even better, or a sketch card.
Or a sketch card, even better. But at least you know you're probably gonna get the Popeye card itself that you've seen before, so you know what you're getting. So you're getting exactly what you wanted to buy, right? There is no fluff in here. There's no crap that you're gonna get. There's no disappointment. And I don't know if this business model is gonna solve this problem in the hobby. I hope it does. I hope other companies see that we're successful with this format and they copy it, right? Because it just drives me crazy every time I see somebody open a pack of cards that they paid a lot of money for and they're disappointed, because they couldn't get the card that they wanted. So
I also like the reason that you have the box. Like the box helps with the presentation. You just don't open like a pack of cards and rip it and then just quickly look for the variations. Like you actually have to open up the box. You have to lift up the lid, the cover of it, and then lo and behold, there's your one card right there. So I feel like every card you open up from a Saturday morning card box is a presentation within itself.
It's a presentation, but the term that I use to describe this when I'm giving my pitches on this is it's an unboxing experience.
An unboxing experience.
Yes, because that is another trend that I see in toys and stuff where people open blind boxes and things like that. They want an experience with it. So that's why we have the nice box. We have the seal on the box. We open this up. We have the flyer in here that covers the card so you can review it. Everything. So it gives you a nice premium unboxing experience on top of getting the card that you're going to get, unless you get really lucky, and everything else with that. So I hope that other companies will adopt this model at some point, because I think that I don't know how much longer we as the hobby can go where we're just disappointed. You know what I mean? With every single pack opening, it's disappointing. It's very rare where you can open a pack of cards and be like, oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. Right. But I will give credit to Upper Deck. When I opened this, my masterpiece set, I loved every card that I pulled because this is my favorite set. So that's an exception.
Okay.
But most of the time people are disappointed, about what they did.
Yeah. So when you have Saturday morning cards on a breaker spot, on Whatnot or something, they can't just rip and go, oh, it's just another, basic chrome card. It's another one. But each time they have to do the unboxing experience, and you have to wait to see what that card is, that one specific card.
Yeah.
Good idea.
I'm hoping more breakers will actually pick up Saturday morning cards because I want the exposure out there. But I think that it will at least I think it will improve the experience of people that are buying into breaks, because they'll know what they're buying, and then if they get a big hit, that's even better, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But at least they get the quality card that they knew that they were going to get, plus the unboxing experience, and then the box itself. They get the box. Okay, let's move on.
Let's do it. Ed Ram, never selling my Steamboat Willie Ice Gold of 25. Yeah, he got one of like the first cards at the.
You know what, Ed? You know what, Ed? I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I remember when you came to the premiere show in Brea. I don't know what the hell you were doing out here from Texas, but you were here and you supported us. So I appreciate that. So you know what? I've been talking for a long time. So it's time for another giveaway.
Yay!
All right, Ed, if you're still here, you let me know what you want. You can have Rocketeer, Dick Tracy, Terminator. You can have, I'll give you a Steamboat. Not a Steamboat, a Smokey Bear. You can have a Smokey Bear. You can have a Popeye. And, you know, hell, I'll even, since I know you, Ed, if you want the Street Fighter, you can have one of those too. So pick one of these. Let me know which one you want, and I will send that to you. Make sure you give me a DM. Make sure you give me a DM on Instagram so that I can get your information, okay? But if you're in the comments, put it down in the comments. If you can't contact me on Instagram, let me know. We'll figure a different way.
Okay? Come on, Ed. Come on. Show up. Come on, buddy. Good job. Barty's up, guys. I love your channel. Barty,
appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Secret Shop cards. The SMC brochure is higher quality than the Transformer cards itself. So true. That is so true.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You know what, Kev? You've been very active in the chat tonight. I love the comments. I'm going to give you another giveaway.
All this time.
You're going to win the second giveaway. So you tell me, out of these ones right here, Kev, you tell me which one you want. Not the Smokey Bear. I want you to buy this one, okay? I want you to buy this one, Kev. But out of these ones, Rocketeer, Dick Tracy, Terminator. I know you have Terminator, you said. Popeye. You can get one of these. Let me know, and I'll send it to you, okay?
Oh, my goodness. Mark the Collector, those Dynamite Transformer cards are weaker than the bootleg cards sold at the flea market.
It's bad. And you guys know me. Mark. You guys know me. I usually don't go this hard on products, okay? But this one really, really upset me. This was just a total disregard for the hobby. I feel like these guys probably like, oh, these card collectors will just buy anything, right? That's like that's exactly.
Like they were like, how can we make a lot of money and put no effort into it?
They take us for granted. These industry heads, they take us for granted. They say anything we put out there, these idiots will buy it, right? We'll make millions of dollars on crap. They have no choice. They probably think they've got no choice. Nobody else is making Transformer cards. We can put out this crap. They'll just buy it. We'll make millions of dollars. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this right now, okay? I'm gonna get this license. I'm gonna go to Hasbro and I'm gonna say, Hasbro, please. This is what they're making. It makes you look bad. Give Saturday Morning Cards a license. We will make a high quality product for you guys. Okay. So I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission for you guys. Okay. Because I'm going to show you these guys that they just can't put out this stuff and expect us to spend our hard-earned money on this.
Good Lord. Yeah. They took us for fools. Secret Shop cards. Haha. Actually, that's an Optimus Prime crotch shot card.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
With the torso. Secret Shop cards. This is Christmas gifts, but 5 days late.
No. Ed, I see that you want Street Fighter. So, Ed, you're going to get Street Fighter.
No Dan is being post Santa Claus right now. City by the Bay. What's y'all's favorite WWE downtown card? I don't know. I mean, I haven't really looked at all of them yet.
Cards suck. I think they suck.
Oh, you don't like them?
No, they look like they use like I knew what they were trying to do. They're trying to use like the cartoon backgrounds and make it look good, but it just looks so cheap to me. I don't know. Something about it is really off, where it just looks cheap to me. What do you think?
No, I haven't really got to take a good look at them. I know they're coming out of the 3 counts, right? The new ones. I mean, they look okay, but I have not seen one yet in person. I've only seen them like on eBay and people posting them on IG.
Speaking of WWE, I would say the Flawless looks really nice to me, and then the Topps Chrome that they showed the previews of, I think those look really nice. But something about, I don't know, maybe it's me. Something about Topps Chrome makes it look like it's worth less than.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know. Like it looks like it's worth less,
I know
right?
what you mean. I know what you
Like,
mean. I was thinking the same thing when I was looking at them today. I got the email
I don't
showing
know,
the
man.
preview.
Because like, so, Topps had the license and they had Topps Chrome in 2021, and those cards are not worth that much money. And then suddenly Panini gets a license. They make first year Prisms. Those things skyrocket like 5 times as much as whatever the Chrome cards were worth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they've been on this crazy tear because they're trying to make their money before they lose the license. And now we get Topps Chrome again, and they just don't look like
in a couple of weeks.
They don't hit the same as Prism. I don't know. Maybe the Prism. This just shows you like the brand name behind something. It matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Prism is synonymous with flagship premium product. You know what I mean? Versus Topps Chrome seems like their entry level product. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion.
No, I'm loving the 3-count cards because they actually look like they're made off Saturday morning card stock. Although the
Really?
silver shiny on them. I love the shine. Nice.
Hmm.
Papa Jim, look who's in the chats tonight. Papa Jim, as always. We met Papa Jim at the very first Dallas card shows. He's been at, I think, every single one we've been at, and probably all of them for that nature. One of the nicest guys, one of the treasures that we've ever met and be a part of, who's always making us laugh, who laughs at every one of our jokes, even when they're not funny. So thank you, Papa Jim, for always supporting us. It really means a lot. You're one of the rare gems of this hobby. Thank you. Miss seeing you both at the Dallas show, but we'll catch up with you soon. Yeah, Papa Jim, we need to get you out here to the West Coast one day. You and what's he call his wife?
The boss authenticator. So yeah, Papa Jim's a real dude. We love him. What always stands out to me. This is why I always love interacting and talking to Papa Jim, and I always consider him a friend. Early on in our days in Dallas, he just randomly came up to us and asked for a selfie, right? And we're like, okay, sure, cool. Then the next day, he comes back with a printed 8x10 photo of us. I think me and you were individual, like he got individual work of us.
That's so true.
And he asked us to sign this photo. And at that time, I was still like coming up in my content career where I didn't really not many people wanted to take pictures of me. So I wasn't like used to that, right? Like, not that I'm used to it now, but it's just like it didn't happen.
Yes.
So for him to come up, take a picture, then come up the next day, print out the picture, and then ask me to sign it for him, I was like, "Whoa, this dude is crazy!" Like why does he want,
he's crazy, all right.
and I know that and not to make myself feel special or anything, but like I know he does that with all the content creators that he follows, Mojo, Jeff Wilson, Card Collector 2, all those guys, right? But for me, it was a very flattering moment, and it made me feel great. And for that, for giving me that memory and that moment, Papa Jim, I'll always consider you a true friend in the hobby. So thank you for that. And I appreciate all your support. And I'm glad that we've gotten to hang out with you and get to know you over the years. And I know you moved. I hope that you're enjoying your new home, yes, and you've unpacked all your stuff, and you've got a great showroom of things.
Yeah, he's already starting to hang up his pictures and all the autographs that he's made throughout the years at the Dallas Card Show. But he is definitely one respected individual, a great old soul who everybody loves. He has no angry bone in his body. One of the nicest guys you could ever meet in the hobby. Thank you so much.
Exactly. He's got a couple.
You guys are two top shelf guys. You are too, man. You're above us all. My one-of-one hobby ceiling have 148 and counting. So awesome. We're on your ceiling.
Yeah.
So when you lay in bed at night, you see me and the curator.
Papa Jim, I want you to put me directly over where you lay your head at so that we can make eye contact every night before you go to bed. If you're ever up late thinking about whatever, I want you to look directly into my eyes.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay, Jim, you don't have to do that for me, please. Before you secret shop cards, before you end, give us your card show rank. You said Burbank West card is number 1. What else is top 3 or top 5, Dan?
Well, Dallas used to be our favorite show for sure.
For sure, 100%.
But it's different now. It's evolved into this more monthly regional show, I would say. So I would say, well, first of all, let me just list off the card shows that we've gone to, so that people watching this for the first time maybe they've never seen us at a card show. They will know our resume. Okay, first of all, pretty much every show in California we've been to, all the premiere shows, the Union Marketplace shows in Del Mar, the San Francisco card show, the Valley shows, whatever those things were called. We went to all those. Okay, we dominate California. Dallas card show, we went to all the Dallas card shows. Okay, for a period of time. Culture Collision, we went there, right? The National, the Toronto Expo, we went there, and somebody left a comment, Sean Johnson. So I'm going to get to that. We went to the Toronto Expo. Okay, the London Card Show, we went out there. We went international. Las Vegas, we went to all the Las Vegas card shows. The Beckett Summit, the Industry Summit, the Mint Collective, the Las Vegas Card Show. We went to all those ones out there. Am I missing one, Merlin? I think we did
Toronto, we did Houston, we did
Houston, the TriStar Card Show in Houston. We went to that one. That was a real crappy show. So the Chicago Spectacular, that was another crappy show that we went to, but we went to that one, right? So we went to pretty much all. The only one that we really never really hit up is the Philadelphia show.
Yeah,
that's because I feel like Philly has a really bad reputation. I just feel like if I go there, my stuff is going to get stolen. So,
no.
Yes. So they have a problem with that. And then the Virginia Chantilly show, we never really went to that one. So those ones we never
just had that one recently.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe we'll go to that. But I'm actually more focused on international shows now, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But to answer your question, what are top three shows from the ones that we've experienced? For sure, right now, as of today, I would say the West Coast Card Show is the top one. Behind that, I'm going to say Dallas. Dallas is really great for transactions. Like you go there, you make money.
I agree.
You go there, you make money. The only problem is they just have it too often to me, for my experience, right? For my taste, they have it too often. So I got tired of it.
Basically 6 times a year, every other month.
Yeah, it's just I'm just tired of going to Dallas. So that's why we kind of stopped going. But it's great for transactions. You make a lot of money if you go to Dallas if you have the right cards. And then third one, I would say out of the ones
Dallas definitely has the best trade nights.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, although their last trade night was kind of wonky, I don't know if I don't know if they can claim that anymore, to be honest.
But, you're saying they jumped the shark with trade nights. No.
And then for the third one, I would say not counting the National, because the National is the best no matter what. So you have to take that completely out of the equation.
It's ridiculous.
I would say the third one, I would say the best one. Well, I think that we're gonna have a little bit of a difference in this, because I would say for you probably say the Front Row Card Show is the third best one. But I haven't.
Yes, I would agree. Thank you for bringing that up.
I haven't been to that one in a while, so I don't want to say that. But
I need to bring you. I need to bring you.
I would say Culture Collision. Culture Collision is a really fun show because you see different things that you don't see at other shows. Like the amount of music stuff that they have there and pop culture stuff is totally different. Plus, they have like other things like shoes and comic books and things like that.
Very eclectic.
And it's the guy that runs that, Prism God, solid dude. He knows what he's doing. So I think that's probably a really good show to go to as well. Those are my top 3.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, of course, the Nationals number 1, like you said, and I've been enjoying Front Row this year. It's been my best ones. Since we are now dabbling mostly in pop culture, I also would say I did the LA Collecticon this year, which was a great show. So we're trying to get Saturday morning cards to the next LA Collecticon. The front rows are definitely also collectible heavy as well, more than sports. So that's why I think I do well at those shows. Dallas always does well, even for trade nights. The West Coast Card Show, again, it's like a mini national. You can't go wrong there.
Yeah. And then let's talk about international shows, because this might be something we're going to do. So this year we went to the London Card Show, and that was a great experience for us. It was really cool to go out there, and then it kind of opened my eyes because we learned that there's other shows out there. There's like a German show, there's a Paris show, and then recently I learned that there's a bunch of card shows in Asia that are popping up. So, we might, I said that we were going to stop being vendors at US card shows, but maybe we'll be vendors internationally. Okay. Me and Merlin have been talking. Maybe we'll go to the Bangkok International Card Show later next year. So they want us out there.
The massage, baby.
Yeah, they want us out there. So, and it's a totally different experience because we're going out there not to necessarily make money. We're going out there for vacation, essentially, right? So it's a totally different mindset that you have to have, but you might see us do some stuff internationally. I think. And
I want to emphasize how great it is going to these international shows. And what I learned when I went to these shows was that how hungry they were for American sports and just trying to get any kind of information from YouTube or social media content from other American dealers and collectors, because they want to do the same thing. They're already breaking on whatnot. I mean, even when we got there, that's when I dawned on me that, man, these people loved piggy banks cards there. And at that time I knew something was going on. How come these people in England love piggy banks? What's going on here?
Yeah.
And then from then on, everything blew up, and they love sport. And they're hungry to learn even more stuff. And they seem like kids in a candy shop, literally.
What I realized? What I realized from my international travel is I feel like the general mindset, at least for me, for my interpretation of this, is that the hobby revolves around the U.S. market, right?
Yes, it does.
Right. We have our U.S. sports here and our manufacturing, Tops, Upper Deck, everything out of the hobby is based in the U.S.
All your entertainment is all based out of here.
All the money's here and all that stuff, right? Yeah. But what I realized is that outside the U.S., it's actually bigger. It's actually bigger. The only thing is they're not organized like we are here in the U.S.
Yep.
And if you go to parts of Asia, specifically Asia, there are a ton of collectors out there. There are guys that have crazy ass collection of cards, high dollar cards, rare cards that are sitting out there, but they're not organized like us. They don't use social media like we do. They don't have card shows every month like we do, but they're starting to organize.
Yes, they want it.
When I was out there, I saw guys telling me about the Indonesia card show, the Malaysian card show, the Singapore card show, the Taiwan card show, the Macau card show, the Hong Kong card show, the Bangkok card show. They're out there and they're starting to organize.
And throw balloons all over your place.
Believe me, sports, we think sports is like the major thing in the hobby, but sports is just like a little tiny drop in the bucket compared to TCG.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the Pokemon market dwarfs everything in the sports card market.
Yeah, that's so true.
They're just not as flashy and they're not as organized as we are. They do a different type of hobby. They're more like collector focused. They're more like, because it's a TCG, they play games, they organize tournaments. They're more focused on that. They're not focused on grading cards and flipping cards and sending cards to auction and setting all-time record sales. They're not focused on that yet, but they will be in a period of time, and you're going to see a huge boom internationally. So that's another play for you guys. If you're, if you want to get in early on any of these things, start looking to, TCG cards, start looking to these international markets and figure out how you can make money off of that. Believe me, I'm already talking with my friends. I'm talking with Merlin. I'm talking with my the people around me. How can we get into the international market in Asia? There's a lot of money to be made there if you can get in early and you can make the right connections and you can establish a footprint there. There is opportunity there. So anybody out there, take a shot if you're hearing this.
Mm-hmm. Sean Johnson, on behalf of all of us in Toronto, sorry for the crappy experience at our card expo. Well, we'd love to come back again soon.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, because that was the thing too. Like, so we went out to the Toronto Expo. We set up as vendors. We did not have a great time there. In my opinion, it was not organized well for our experience
at the time. Correct.
At that time, I'm not blaming the promoters or anything like that, but it was just not what we expected. And we had COVID issues trying to come back. I was sick.
That was terrible.
It was a whole thing. So like overall, it was not a great experience for us. And then, when we talked about it, we gave our critique about the show from our perspective. And we said that many times. This was our perspective, from our personal experience. It's not a great show. We had some guys, some crazy ass dudes, like thinking, you would have think that we declared war on Canada. The way that these guys responded to us, they were like sending us death threats and things like that. And it just kind of ruined the whole experience of ever wanting to go back out to that show. I think I've kind of gotten over it since then. I might go back because I've heard that it's grown. It's not right.
So we've had so many friends that have gone since then.
Yeah. It's not hockey heavy like it was when we went. No. So I might consider going back, but yeah, there were a couple of dudes that were like just totally ruined it for Canada. Gave Canada a bad name by attacking us. Didn't make us feel very
they wanted to repeat the scene from Deliverance to you, Dan. Yeah. Make you say "Suey."
But I don't know, man. Like I love Canada. I love going to Central Canada.
Nice. Canada were very nice.
There's a town in Canada. It's a mountain resort called Banff. I love it. It's beautiful. It's probably the most beautiful mountain town I've ever seen before.
I'd love to go there. That sounds great.
I can't wait to go back there with my family. That's in like Alberta, Calgary area, I think. Edmonton or something like that.
Right.
So I know there's a card show out there in Edmonton, I think. So maybe we'll go out there for fun, and we'll see.
Did you ever see where like Bret Hart wrestled in that area? Did you go?
I mean, I didn't go there, but maybe I would love to visit it. I love Bret Hart. I arguably have the most valuable Bret Hart card in existence.
What? You do?
I do. I'll pull it right now.
Let's see it. Since you talked about it, you must show it. Please. Let's see what he has. The Bret Hart card.
The Bret Hart Transcendent Superfractor. I have it.
On card auto.
Yes.
That's a one
I know a guy right now that would probably pay me $20,000 for this.
Gee.
But he said, when are you going to sell me that Bret Hart Transcendent Superfractor? And I said, no, buddy. You're not getting this. Not for sale. Okay.
How long have you had that?
A couple years.
Wow. Jeez. Nice.
I would say that I've got the best Bret Hart collection in the world. Because
now, did you work hard to look for that, or it just happened to come upon you?
It just happened to come on eBay, and I snatched it up.
Oh, man.
Okay? I snatched it up. And any Bret Hart collector out there, if you don't have this card, you don't have the best collection. I'm sorry. I got it. I got the best collection.
Oh, snap.
Right here because of this card. I am the best there is, the best there ever will be at collecting Bret Hart cards, and he even did a cameo for me saying that himself. So it is what it is, guys. Okay.
Yeah, but your MJF cameo is the best one of them all.
That went viral.
You didn't even want to like put it out. It took you a year for you to post, and I was like, dude, it's an honor to get roasted by that guy. Dan was so embarrassed. He thought he was getting getting ripped a new butthole.
Another crazy thing,
man. This is the love. He loves you.
Yeah. But thank you, Sean Johnson. Appreciate that. Who knows? Maybe we'll go to Canada and we'll hang out.
Yes, let's do it. Michael Ham out of Tampa, Florida. What's up, guys? Good to see you, Michael. Another friend we've met through all these journeys and all these conventions. Manuel, I just placed my order for a Smoky Bear, Dan.
Manuel, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You know what? For placing that order, I'm going to put a note here, and I'm going to send you some extras. You're going to get some Street Fighter Prism stickers, okay? I'm going to throw that into your order for that, so I appreciate. Thank you for supporting us. Guys, if you want to support Saturday Morning Cards, if you like what we're doing, please pre-order the Smoky Bear and anything else that we currently have on our website. And if I see that, I'm going to throw you guys some extras because I'm the one that packs and mails these guys. You might think that this is a big company. It's not. It's just me.
It's just Dan.
It's really just me. I got my hands all over this project, guys. I design the cards. I order the printing. I package them. I mail them. I do everything. So believe me, if you guys are ordering, I'm going to see it and I'm going to hook you guys up. Okay. I appreciate that, Emmanuel. Thank you so much. Hold on
You
for a
see
second.
all his paper cuts on his hand.
So Emmanuel, you know what?
What?
Emmanuel, you're going to get a giveaway, Emmanuel.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Tell me what you want. You get Rocketeer, Dick Tracy, Terminator, or Popeye. Let me know. I know you place an order for those. If you have all those, if you want a Street Fighter, I'll give you a Street Fighter. You let me know, okay? And I'll make sure you get it, okay? So let me know in the chat here. You get another giveaway. Let's see here.
GC, does Curator still have diamond hands?
Of course, baby. Of course. These are diamond hands. These are the most diamond hands in the hobby, okay?
GC, or is that,
I don't let anything go unless I get my price.
Oh my gosh. Secret shop cards. Any thought on Fanatics card shows? Never been to one. It's new. Yep.
I never been to one either.
We've
but
had several discussions about them.
I think eventually they'll work it out. I think eventually it will be a thing for people to go to if they keep rolling them out. But they gotta. If I was Fanatics, okay, and I know Michael Rubin is listening to this intently, like he does every week. Okay, I know his group of advisors is taking notes. Okay, so let me just talk to you directly, Michael. Okay, Mikey. All right, let me tell you, this is how you make Fanatics card shows a thing. Right.
Okay.
Number one, you got to get the right vendors in there. Okay, you got to get people that can have like low end cards, mid-tier cards, and high-end cards. And you can't do that if you're charging $2,000, $3,000 for a freaking table like you did in New York. Okay, people are not going to be able to bring, like, you can get dealers that will bring that will pay $3,000 for an 8-foot table or whatever, but they got to bring $10,000 cards to be able to make their money back.
To get that turnover, right?
Okay. And the people that you're getting to go to those shows, the first time fans that you're trying to get to buy into collecting, they're not going to walk over to the card show and drop 10 grand on a card.
No, they're not.
Okay. That's not going to happen. So you got to get the lower tier guys in there with the dollar boxes and all that stuff. So you got to bring down the cost of the table. You got to eat the cost. Okay. I know you want to try to make money, but you don't make money on the vendors. Cards. Here's a tip for you guys. If anybody wants to be a show promoter, here's how you do it. You don't make money off of your vendors. Your vendors are your talent. Your vendors are the talent that bring people to the show, bring the product for them to buy and have a good time. You got to basically give them the table at cost to get them to go there so that they're incentivized to make money. You make money on your sponsors, okay? The big names. You bring in and you know, Mikey, you got, you know, your Rolodex of names. You can bring any sponsor you want in there. Get the sponsors to pay for the show. Get PSA, get Fanatics, get, you know, whatever other sponsors that you have. Get them to pay for the show.
Yeah, well, name that they can get millions.
Then you make just the cost back for the tables on your vendors, and then you put the rest into marketing, okay? And you bring people in, because you also have to bring people into the show so that the vendors can make money and do their transactions and all that stuff. So focus on that. Bring the cost of the vendor tables down. Bring in a good mix of vendors. Don't put local vendors in there. If you put local vendors in there, they're not walking the floors. You got to bring in the professional vendors that travel across the country to do these things. You can bring you can have like maybe 10% local vendors, but you really got to bring in other people there to bring different inventory. Okay. Because if you bring a guy from LA, a California guy to New York, he's going to bring Dodger stuff. He's going to bring Lakers stuff. He's going to buy those cards and bring them back to his hometown. Right. He's not going to bring Yankees cards or, Knicks cards or things like that. You got to bring people from different areas so you get a good mix of inventory. Okay. Market. Don't charge tickets to get in there. Let the people come for free or just charge them $5, because if you charge them, a lot of money to get in there, they can't spend money. That's money that they can't spend with the vendors. So don't charge high prices for tickets. $10 should be just $10. Okay. $10. Okay. And you got to be willing to eat the cost. You're a big company, so you can bear the burden of this. You got to be willing to eat the cost on some of these shows, lose a little bit of money up front so that you can build the brand name of the show.
For the long run.
Yes. You're not going to make money until like your 4th or 5th show. That's the way you got to think about it. But you got to do at least 1 to 2 shows a year. Don't do more than 2 shows a year because it's not special anymore. Don't be like Dallas. Do 6 shows. Do show every month or anything.
Keep adding more and more. Yeah.
Okay. 1 to 2 shows a year. And if I were you, I would take it out of New York, because New York is not only expensive, it's hard to travel there, and it's got a reputation of not being safe. I mean, that's just how it is. You saw what happened on the news with that poor lady on the subway.
Right.
New York has a bad reputation. Take it out of New York. Put it in somewhere else. Put it in, I don't know, Brooklyn or wherever. Okay, just take it out of there. If you want to be on the East Coast, go somewhere a little bit nicer, but not New York. Okay, you can come to LA. I think LA is good enough where you can come to LA and do it there, or you can do it maybe Atlanta. I don't know if you want to go into culture collision territory, but I would take it out of New York because you got to make it easy for people to travel. One of the reasons Dallas does so well is because it's in the middle of the country. It's very easy to get.
Oh, that's so true, right? Yes. Everybody from the East Coast and West Coast can make it there to the middle.
That's what I think. You got to bring the cost down if you want to make it a card show. Okay. And you can add all that other stuff, all the experience stuff with the athletes, all that stuff is really cool. You can definitely combine that and make it a very big spectacle of an event. But if you want to make it if you want to focus on the card show, that's what you got to do. Bring the cost down.
So true. Ed Ram, Dallas was too repetitive for sure. Yes, it can be. It starts to lose steam after a while. GC, are you guys going to Dallas in January? We are not. Are you, Dan?
No.
He's too busy packing right now for all the new cards.
I got to get ready for the Smokey the Bear release, guys. Okay, this is going to be shipping January 20th, so I got to get ready to pack these ones. If you miss it, let me give you a preview. You guys are some of the first ones to see this. Check that out right there. Look at this card. Only you can prevent wildfires. Check that out. Beautiful card. And I'll tell you this is a fun little tidbit on this, okay? I actually attempted to make an alternative art version of this card, okay? Not just a different color, but an alternative art version. And the alternative art was Smokey the Bear and all those animals, but the forest had burned down, okay? And they were covered in ashes because somebody didn't put out their fire. And
someone threw their cigarette out into the woods?
It was going to be an ultra rare chase card that I was going to put in there. But the licensor, the U.S. Forest Service, said it was a little bit too dark, and they would not allow me to do that.
Oh, that was y'all's idea, not their idea.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you get these licenses, so for like Smokey Bear, is that original artwork from your artist?
Yes. Yeah.
That's not not like the Transformers where they pulled it out of archives.
No, this is the original art. This is a stock photo. This is a stock photo we pulled from the asset catalog, right? This is stock photo pulled from the asset catalog, whatever, right? This little Smokey Bear stock photo. But the actual card artwork, original artwork, okay, by EJ Sue. And that's what sets us apart. We do original artwork. Sometimes
I feel like sometimes the person licensing you all, they're like, they don't realize till later, like, oh, y'all actually want to do original artwork. Well, we didn't know now, so now we gotta like approve it again or something.
Yeah, sometimes sometimes I run into those problems, but as long as I can do original artwork, we're always going to try to focus on that.
Awesome. Good to know. Good to know.
Mr. Minty,
Oh, Mr. Minty, congrats on 3 years.
One of our
Also
sponsors
another
of the
guy.
channel, Mr. Minty, is in the house, guys. Let me give you a quick shout out. This one's going to be a freebie for you, Steve. If you need card prep, card grading services, Mr. Minty is the man that we refer to. He's got a great setup going. Good prices, very skilled in the hobby. This is what he's known for, is selling his card prep packets. But if you guys don't know, he's really kind of pivoted to doing card prep and card submissions. So if you guys ever need to submit the PSA or anything, use Mr. Minty. He will definitely take care of you and put you in right. He's the one that helped me get that Kobe Platinum Portraits raw to a PSA 9 graded. That was all Mr. Minty, and a lot of luck, to be honest. But Mr. Minty helped me out with that, so I'll always appreciate him. Plus, he's been a sponsor of this channel. He sponsored us to go out to the London Card Show, so he's a good friend of the channel and somebody that we support. So go check him out. Give him a follow on Instagram if you don't know him.
All right, yeah. Great product. We also met him like from day one at that same premiere show where I met Dan.
Correct. Okay, let's see here. Let's keep going through this here.
What a weirdo. Sean Johnson, when a Canadian gets angry, just buy them some Tim Hortons.
I didn't know what Tim Hortons was.
We'll do that next time. I'll bring
Tim Hortons is a coffee shop, but it sounds like, I don't know, it sounds like a furniture company or something like that. And but it was actually a hockey player. Yeah, he's like an old hockey player that started a coffee company, and now it's all over the place. It's like their version of Starbucks, basically. So
yeah,
kind of interesting. Okay, all right. Let's see. Mr. Minty gave us a little thank you there, so appreciate that. Okay, let me go check over the Instagram here.
Okay,
I've been trying to. These Instagram comments won't let me like scroll through them, so I can't see them as they come. So I just try to respond to them within the chat whenever I can. But most of the action is going here. Okay, let's do some unboxing real quick. We're 3 hours in here now. Do you want to keep going for a little bit longer?
Sure, why not?
Okay,
go ahead.
Let me do some unboxing here. Okay, let me show you. Do you have anything you want to show off?
Yeah, let me do it. And then when you do it, I'm going to go to the restroom. So I've got a couple of things. I got 3 things here. I'm still buying and collecting things. Like I bought this one. This is a Type 1 photo of Keith Haring that I liked. I've been looking.
Can you turn that around real quick? That looks like Nat Turner to me.
A little, yeah. I can see
it looked like Nat Turner. For a second there, I thought you had a Type 1 photo of Nat Turner.
But it's Keith. I just got this one in, but I've been looking for. I'm actually trying to find his artwork, but finding one. This is from 1983. Also, do you like that song Pink Pony Club? I just got this back after 5 months at PSA. I finally got it back. I don't know what took forever, but this is a autographed concert poster of her first concert of Chapel Rowan.
That's cool.
With the certification letter.
That's cool.
COA. So she is red hot right now, one of the biggest pop singers in the world. And then finally, like we said, we've been talking about art cards and everything. And I met this guy. He came up to me when you were at these shows. People come up and they tell you, they watch our show, Dan, Between Two Slabs. They admire, they love watching us and learning a lot because they're also collectors too. But he at the last Front Row show in Pasadena, he came and introduced himself to me. And then when I was away this week in North Carolina, he actually mailed me, and I got it today in the mail. This is from, his name's Matt, and he goes by the artist Sugar Addicts, I think.
I've heard of it.
He sent this to me. This is a gift, a Christmas gift. I didn't have to pay for it. This is gratis. So this is really nice, little perks of doing shows. And then he gave me, this is his piece of art here. So this is the front of it. So, and see, so many people are just like Saturday morning cards. It's all about the presentation. See, that's the inside of it.
That's nice.
So very nice.
That.
And then this is his work. So this kind of looks like it's a Spider-Man Venom mashup. What's that?
Thundercats. Spider-Man Thundercats mashup. That's cool.
Is that what that is? I'm glad you knew that, Dan. I thought it was a Venom Spider-Man, but it's Thundercats mashup. And then on the back, he acts like it's like some food products because I guess he's sugar.
Like
add sugar content. So thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. You didn't have to do this, but thank you so much for sending me this gift. Much appreciated.
Awesome. Okay. I just got some random stuff to show. I don't really have like an unboxing, but I'm just going to show you some random stuff that I haven't had a chance to show you guys. Okay. So first of all, when I was in Japan, I went to a thrift store and I bought a bunch of Pokemon cards. So I'm actually into Pokemon cards now, guys. Believe it or not, it's going to be my next great pivot in the hobby. So let me show you some cool stuff here. Okay. I don't know what these are. I have no idea what these are. I just randomly bought them because I thought they were cool. Okay. Look at these.
Oh, so yeah, I guess that's a nice tree, man. I've been catching him lately.
Okay. So I guess these are like alternative art cards. What do they call these? I don't know what these are. I don't know. Anybody
did you buy these in again?
At a thrift store. Okay.
Where, Japan or Thailand or where?
Japan.
Japan.
But I'm digging it.
Awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be my thing that I start collecting.
And they appear to be shiny on my end. Are they all shiny?
Yeah, they're all shiny. And they're just really unique cards. And I love the artwork on this. So I'm going to start collecting these. And they're not expensive or anything like that, but they're just so unique. And I draw inspiration on these things too. Like when I'm designing cards for Saturday morning cards, I look at these things and I'm like, wow, I could do something similar to that. This is really creative, like this is a bakery.
Mm-hmm.
So I love this kind of stuff. I love this weird artwork.
Well, that's the one. So the spinners, Snorlax. We don't know Snorlax.
Yeah,
one of the most popular ones.
There's a tree. There's a Pokemon hidden in here somewhere. I don't know where.
They're everywhere. They're the fruit.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah, and then there's one at the bottom. Oh, the butterfly one.
Beautiful cards here. Very fun, very whimsical. So I'm into it. So this is something that I think.
Oh, the elephant, and then the ball, little.
Okay, so Kev's Secret Shop card says that this is a special illustration rares. Okay, I like that. These are domes. And I had the Geodome. I had to get this card, right?
Yeah, like your home.
Yeah. Special illustration rares. Okay,
ooh, that's a cool one of the piggy and the licky lick.
Yeah, lick a tongue.
Lick a tongue.
Okay, so I'm into Pokemon cards now, guys. So that's one thing I want to kind of show off. Another thing is this is really cool here. This is a I don't think this is licensed, but this is like a figure that I picked up in Thailand. This is Godfather Mario.
That's cool.
Isn't that cool?
It is. It's almost like the Curator.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what a lot of people told me. So
yeah.
I got this. I thought this was really cool. Don Mario, he says in the comments. So that's
Mario.
Really
that's a nice cool one. Secret Shop cards also said those cards you just showed are generally called Sir or special illustration rares.
Yeah. Here's another thing I recently picked up. I'm not going to do an unboxing. It takes too long, but Warhammer 40,000.
Yeah,
awesome. This is a Joy Toy. Joy Toy is a company out of China, I think. They make some amazing toys right now. They got the license for Warhammer, and they're killing it with these things. This is Magnus the Red, okay? 1/18 scale figure. That's what it looks like on the back. So I can't wait to open this and display this.
Oh, are you actually going to put it together and everything?
Yeah, but it's a figure. I don't need to put it together.
You don't need to build it. Okay.
Yeah. But this is really cool that I got.
I love the box, man.
Can't wait to get into that. Warhammer, who knows? Maybe if I can get the license to Warhammer, I'll be making those cards at some point. I'm going to show this. This is a quick plug. This company sent me this. Clean My Bricks, okay? Clean My Bricks.
Legos.
It is basically a vacuum cleaner, okay? For Legos, but it works for hobby stuff too. And I haven't had a chance to try this out and test it, but expect the review.
It's a Lego cleaner?
It's a Lego cleaner, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, but they sent me this, so I'm going to check it out. That's one of the perks of making content is sometimes you get free shit.
That's crazy. I didn't know these things existed.
Yeah. just like Merlin, he gets free cards from the Sugar Addict. I get vacuum cleaners from Clean My Bricks. So that's that. Let me show you some sketch cards that I pulled here. So here's a little secret that I'm going to give you guys. Okay,
right.
I'm hurting myself by telling you this. I'm hurting myself by doing this. But so last episode, for those of you that have stayed this long, you're going to get this little bit of information. You're going to get this tip here. Okay.
Okay.
So there are these guys out of China that are producing incredible sketch card artwork. It's not licensed, right? But their artists out there are really good, and you can get some of the best artwork at like cheap prices, like under $40. Okay. Some of them are a little bit more, right, here and there, but for the most part, most of them are under like $50. Okay. So here are some here's some sketch cards that I picked up. These are all out of China. They're not licensed, but you know what? For the longest time, we had this narrative in the hobby that if it's not licensed, it's crap.
Yeah, right.
But I think the card artists have kind of proven that, if it's good, people are going to want it, whether it's licensed or not. And I think the stance is starting to soften on unlicensed things. I mean, you see, like even Topps made the unlicensed Wimbiana cards and stuff like that. Like even they're doing
that on the shows before.
Even they're doing it. But just like you showed me that card of the Sugar Addicts, right? Like that looks awesome, right?
Yeah.
And people are paying for this. See what Piggy Banks is going. Those cards are going for. People are paying for this stuff. So I think the narrative around unlicensed products is softening a little bit. So I think that's going to apply to Marvel cards as well. Okay, because I know a lot of people that just get custom Marvel artwork. They don't care if it's licensed or not. So, including me. So these are some sketch cards that I picked up. These are all out of China.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a cool little Dr. Doom
cards you picked up from China.
Yes, and I've been on a Dr. Doom kick lately, where I've been
collecting. A lot of people are. It's one of my best sells.
Look at that. Look at this one. How cool is that, right?
Dr. Doom and MF Doom are the two hard.
These are all sketch cards, guys. One of ones.
That's a cool one. I like that one.
And then this is where I'm going to get to your section here, Merlin. This is where I get to the sexy stuff. It's not smut cards like what you want, but this is
you're gonna need that joy toy now.
This is gonna get a little rise out of Merlin, okay? And I do mean a little rise.
Yeah, women dress like that in LA.
Okay. So Psylocke, another one of my characters I love to collect.
She just looks like another woman at my gym.
Yeah, and then Rogue right there.
There you go.
That anime version of Rogue. How cool is that? And these are all, I buy these off of eBay. So, you'll see these pop up. They do auctions every week, and you can find some really amazing artwork on there.
So you think sketch cards are still doing very well in the market?
I think so. Yeah, it depends on the subject matter and the artwork, but sketch cards, and I think sketch cards only have room to grow, as people start to collect them more. You can make good money on sketch cards. Believe me. I'll tell you this. All those sketch cards that I just showed you, one day I'm going to get tired of them, and I'm going to like set up at a show and move them, and I'll sell these for like $100.
Oh yeah.
I think I bought this for like, I don't know what I bought it for, $30, $40, $50. Okay. I'll double my money on this easy.
Oh yeah.
Because nobody else has this. Nobody else has this. And when somebody who's a rogue PC collector, they see this, they're going to need to have it. Okay. Same thing with Psylocke. Same thing with Dr. Doom, right? These things will sell for $100 all day long. $75 if I want to give you a deal. $80 to $100 all day long, And if they get really crazy, maybe $150, $200, something like that. Right? So I think sketch cards are a great arbitrage play right now, because if you can get them at the right price, you can easily flip them to the right person. They're not going to be super liquid, right? Because you got to find the person that collects, the character or whatever. But when you do, they'll pay up for it. Easy. Okay. And then what else do I want to show off here? I had this. I was going to open this, but I think we're running late, so I don't know if I want to open this unless you guys really want to see it. It's so this is a Spider-Man release that I got in Thailand, but this is a company. What company is this? This is Kakawao.
It is Kakawao. I was like, it looks like a Kakawao brand.
Yeah, I also have this box here. This is also Kakawao.
Oh wow,
Okay?
they're all over the
And
place.
here's another take. Here's a hot take I'm going to make, okay? A couple years ago, anything out of China was seen as cheap, unlicensed, and fake, right?
Right.
Anything you heard coming out of China, people are like, oh, that's
Yeah,
fake.
that's what they're known for. Yeah,
That's
that's the
unlicensed. That's
stereotype.
crap, blah, blah,
Correct.
blah, right? When those Disney Kakao cards came out, people thought that was a knockoff, unlicensed, right? Even though it said licensed on the back of it, people thought that was like a knockoff because China has this reputation. Right. And then PSA said that they would grade them. Ooh. And when PSA gave the legitimacy to those cards, people were like, what? They licensed cards out to China? And then people started doing research.
And
you see that they had Marvel cards. They had Star Wars cards. They have WB cards. They have the Transformer cards. They had all these.
They had celebrity cards at Ball even. Remember?
They had all these cards out there, right? And what I found out is that from licensing is that they have territories. So everything that we have here in America, like the stuff that you see, like Upper Deck Marvel, that's licensed for U.S. territory.
Only, right? And they got that Asia territory, correct?
And because we live in a bubble, we live in our hobby bubble. We think that that's end all be all,
right?
But those companies, Kakao and Caillou and whatever other companies are out in Asia, they have the license for Asia market, the Asia territory. And because of the way the hobby flows, we can easily get their products. Just like they get our products out there, we can get their products. When Topps did Disney Chrome, the UK exclusive, that was a European territory, but we still got their product out here and we loved it, right? So
everybody was breaking it. We had friends who were breaking it, flying to London on a plane to pick the cases up and flying back.
So that's the thing about these Chinese companies. They're licensed. This stuff is licensed to the best of my knowledge.
Did you know they're actually going to be at the West Coast Card Show?
Yes, Kakao. It's all licensed stuff, right? So, it's not cheap. Like I'm just saying, like the quality is better than obviously the quality is better than this crap that Dynamite put out for sure. And I would argue that the quality is just as good as Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, all the big ones, right? It's just that people don't know about this stuff. And the thing about these cards too is they're very affordable. This box cost me $20. If this was Upper Deck, this would be $100 box, probably $150 box. Okay, how many packs are in here? Let me see. I think 10 packs are in here. Let's open this up. You want to open this up?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's open like a couple packs.
I'll be right back to the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right. Secret shop. Kev, you want me to open a couple of these? I will open a couple of these for you. Okay. That. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 packs in this, okay? All right. I'm not going to wait for Merlin. We're going to go straight into this, guys. This is Kakao Spider-Man cards. Okay. I'll show you guys right here. All right. Look at that. Electro. Mysterio. Okay. So this is from the movie characters, right? It's got a nice little foil pattern to it. That's kind of cool. They're paper cards, but they have a little foil pattern to it. Spider-Man movie poster. Little movie still card there. And then this. So Hydro Man. Okay. So this stuff is all from the movie. What movie is this? Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I didn't even know what this was when I bought it. Not bad. I mean, they're paper cards, so you can't expect too much out of them. But I'll give them credit for their nice border designs right there. That's probably my favorite one. Let's open something else. Let's open another one. Okay, so this is from the movie. This is Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Okay, here is Hydra Man.
Wow, cool. Wow.
Okay, that's cool. They got a nice little foil pattern to it.
The shine looks great. The designs are great. This is a lot better than the Transformer cards for sure.
Oh yeah, and Hydra Man. Okay, I'll open one more.
There's definitely quality put to them, and I think they grade pretty well too. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's a good one. I like this one. I like this one.
Again.
Oh, what is this? What is this?
What?
Is this an auto? Is this a printed auto? Whoa!
The real Spider-Man sign that.
That's nice. I'll take that.
It looks pretty awesome.
Oh man, do I have a sleeve? Okay, hold on, I gotta sleeve this up.
They all look really nice.
We pulled it live, guys. We did it. We did it. Spider-Man auto right there. Boom. Very cool.
That is really awesome.
Awesome. I have to do some research on this to see if this is worth any money.
Well, weren't the Disney ones, the autographed ones, going pretty high?
Yeah. Which is another crazy thing to me. You know, let me go on this little rant real quick here.
What did I do? Oh man.
Those printed autos, man. They're tricking us, guys. The hobby, the powers that be, the decision makers in the hobby, they're tricking us. They're tricking us with these printed autos, guys. I mean, this is cool, right? This is cool, but this is not like Spider-Man did not sign this. Toby, what's his name? Tobey
Maguire.
Tom Holland or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
right?
Tom Holland.
He did not sign this.
No.
This is not wet ink. This is printed, right?
It's a facsimile. Is that what you said?
Yes, facsimile auto. So these things should not be going for hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever they're going for, man. They're tricking us. This is another thing that they did where the guys that designed this, right? The design team's like, okay, well, we have autographs in sports. So, and that's what the big chase is. So let's make autographs the big chase in pop culture cards. But these guys are not real. It doesn't matter. These idiots will buy anything. These idiots, boy. You put it out there, these idiots will buy anything from us, okay? Just put the fake auto on there, put a one-of-one stamp on it, and, they don't even need to sign, like, the actor's name. Just sign the character's name. Just get who's got the nicest handwriting in the office? Go get Dolores. Go get Dolores in accounting, okay? She's got nice penmanship. Get her to write that stuff out, and we'll put it out there, and these idiots will buy it. And you know what? They're right, because we are eating it up, because people are spending a lot of money on those facsimile autos, which there's no reason they should do this. And I'll prove a point to you, okay?
Okay.
Oh, I'll do a hypothetical point. If I put a Popeye autograph in this product, that would be the chase card that everybody would want, right? If I did a one-of-one Popeye facsimile auto, would that not be the one that people would chase the most on this?
They probably would, yes.
Smokey the Bear. If I did a Smokey the
Bear. And then everybody would leave nasty comments saying, why'd you put a facsimile autograph on?
He has a signature. I could easily do this. You guys don't even know how easy it could be for me to put this facsimile auto. This is officially licensed facsimile autograph. This is Smokey the Bear signature with the paw print. I could easily put it on this card and say it's the chase card of the product and have people go crazy, right? I could do that. I could do that with anything here. I could use the Terminator's signature, put Terminator on there.
The Terminator.
But I'm not going to insult people's intelligence. I'm not going to, exploit these gimmicks to make money off of people to get them to chase a facsimile auto. I'm not going to do it. Okay? Because for me, that's not what I collect, and that's not what I would do to other collectors. And that's what I want people to realize with these products, right? Don't go crazy for these things. Now, if this turns out to be, a $2,000 card, forget everything I just said. Okay, I'll put it on eBay. Somebody pay up for this, and facsimile autos all the way. But
is it even numbered?
No, it's not numbered.
Okay, just curious.
It's not numbered. Okay, so don't get me wrong. I'm going to throw this up on eBay, and I'll get whatever I can get for it. Okay, but other than that, don't fall for these facsimile gimmicks. Okay. All right. Anything else you want to show off? I think we're getting towards the end here. 3.5 hours, the longest we've ever run our podcast. It seems a shame that we're going to end things, but anything else that you want to go through? I think we got to all the comments.
Oh no, I'm actually looking on eBay. Those cards are pretty hot. They're selling pretty well. Looks like about $25.
I'll take it. I'll make my money back on the box. I'll take it. Okay.
And they're selling.
Yes. Oh, did I show you this? Did I show you the Sentinel head?
No, I've been wanting to know what that was. The mask?
Did I show you that? No?
No, not yet. What is it? Please do.
I got to get my gloves for this, okay? I got to get my gloves.
This is what he does every night. Puts his gloves on.
No, I go raw, baby.
Oh, my God. Wow. This is getting real.
That's how you know we got to end the show. You got to end the show on a high note. Okay, here we go.
Check his calluses.
Check this out. This is an art piece by an artist. He goes by Jack of Dust. Okay, he's an artist out of Australia. This is a sculpture, a limited edition sculpture of a sentinel head. And he's got this, like his style of artwork is he'll do bust mask like this, but then he'll do like a skeleton inside. And he'll do all sorts of characters. Like he'll do a Mickey Mouse. He did a Wolverine. And he happened to do a Sentinel. And I love the Sentinels. Yeah. One of my favorite characters. But this is all like a resin sculpture. And that's why I have to hold the gloves. Because I don't want to get my oil prints on it. Okay. And then let me make sure I can do this. What happens if I just drop this right now? Huh?
No. Oh, don't even go.
It's pretty cool. He put a little wax seal signature on the bottom. So that's pretty cool. But I got this, paid $800 for this sculpture, this limited edition sculpture. I love it. And this is kind of like where I'm getting into now. I'm getting into buying artwork, what I would consider artwork. So not mass-produced, collectibles that they tell us are rare, but I'm actually buying rare collectible artwork now.
Oh, wow. That's cool. When did you get that again? During the holidays?
A few weeks ago. So I want to be an art collector. I want to open an art gallery. Hint, hint. I want to open an art gallery someday and have amazing pop culture collectibles, statues of sentinels, paintings of comic book covers, rare things, sketch cards. I want to open a sketch card exhibition and highlight all these amazing artists. Really? These are the goals that I have, guys. That's why. Why do you think I call myself the great curator? I know what I'm saying.
Okay? If this happens, Dan, you definitely 100% will be the great curator.
It's gonna happen, guys. Believe me. That's what I'm building to. I just gotta climb that ladder in the hobby. I gotta get enough followers, enough of a brand name where if I open a gallery, people are gonna want to come to see it. Okay, so that's
a curator.
That is the goal. Okay, so I think we should kind of wrap this up. We'll take comments as they come in, but we had great conversation tonight. We talked about a lot of things. Let's do a little moment of self-reflection here. Okay. I don't even know how long we've been doing this. I know we've done over 100 episodes, or probably like 150, 200 episodes, something like that. I know we've been going for about 3 years now. I got to say, this has been a great experience for sure, especially partnering with you. I would not have done this. If I had done this by myself, I would have quit 6 months into it,
right.
Whatever, because I would have been bored and I would have moved on to the next thing that interests me. Right. But because I've been able to partner with you on this, and you've been a great balance to me, right? We were able to sustain this for this long. And honestly, if I didn't have SMC, we probably could have gone longer, to be honest. But just because of my time constraints, I had to make a decision to kind of sunset this content program here. And but I'm very appreciative of all the time that we've been able to spend together, all the effort that you've done on your end to work on the production side and everything about this. This has been a great platform for us to share our thoughts on the hobby, our wins, our losses, to vent, to speak out on hobby related issues, to connect with people, to laugh. It's just been an amazing experience. I would not change anything at all on this. I hope that one day when our time frees up, maybe we can come back and we can do Between Two Slabs 2.0, something like that. But I think we did an amazing job, dude. I think we should definitely, to pat ourselves on the back here. We basically, I joke about this. I call this the podcast that nobody listens to, and that's kind of like partially true. We don't get a lot of viewers. Right? We don't get a lot of viewers, but we do have viewers. We do have people that listen to us. We do have people that are fans that have bought our t-shirts, that have taken pictures with us. So we've touched a lot of people in the hobby through this. We've offered people, I'd like to think that we've offered people hours of entertainment, that we've helped people when people are like sleeving their cards, they just run our show in the background. People listen to us when they drive in the car. So I like to think that we had some impact and that our time was not completely wasted, that people did enjoy this program a little bit, and that makes me feel good. And that's something that I'll always feel like grateful that people took the time to listen to our nonsense, in the hobby. And I think that this definitely elevated both of our social media platforms. For me, a lot of the sponsorships that I was able to obtain throughout the years, the money that I made, a lot of that came from the fact that I had a podcast, that was, that people had heard about, a lot of my following came from the podcast. My initial following in social media, people knew me from my YouTube shows, and that evolved into the podcast. And I know for you, you worked so hard for so long to get over 1,000 followers, and you were able to achieve that through this podcast, right?
That's so true.
So I think that this gave us a lot of opportunities to meet people, to travel internationally throughout the country. It's been a wild, crazy experience, to be honest. And a lot of that is connected to the fact that we had this podcast, that we were consistent with it, pretty much every week. I'm just very appreciative of that. I think that we've kind of taken it as far as we can go for right now. But I have no regrets at all. So I just want to say thank you for your time, your involvement. You've been a great partner to me, and I hope that me and you will continue to work together on many other projects. And I consider you one of my best friends in the hobby.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, when we started this, I was like, here's a fun guy to do some business with. Little did I know it was going to evolve into, a strange and odd friendship. I mean, Dan definitely proves that two opposites do attract. We're completely two different people, but we definitely complement one another 100%. He's my yin to my yang. And also, I'm so grateful, not just for you, but for your family. I love your family just as much as well. And y'all are all good to me and my girlfriend, Maria. We definitely thank you for taking us on all the trips, showing us all the great restaurants in all different cities, driving us around, putting up with my bullshit.
A lot of bullshit, guys. A lot of bullshit. Believe me.
And yes, we've had so much experiences. So you're definitely just more than a business partner. You are not only, and more than even just a good friend. You're like, since I'm an only child, you're like definitely like almost a big brother. Even though you're much younger, you're like a big brother to me, and that means a lot because you will always be part of my life, even after this show. No problem. I'll always be there for you, watching your back as well. So thank you for everything you've done for me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And to kind of put a bow on the rest of the night here, I want to kind of propose a toast. So
okay. I've got my gluten-free cider, guys.
I wish you were here with me, okay? Because then you can share this with me. But I'm breaking out the good stuff. I'm breaking out the good stuff here, okay? This is my Johnny Walker Blue Label.
Good one.
Scotch whiskey. I'm not much of a drinker. Somebody gave me this. I heard that this is a good one, right?
But when you drink whiskey, you're fun.
So I'm going to open this up here, okay? And pull this bottle out. I barely ever touch this bottle, but I'm going to pull it out for this special occasion. Okay.
Well, someone's been tipping the jar.
I've had this for like 6 years, 7 years.
Oh wow,
like
you're like me, man. I'm the same way.
I barely, so I'm gonna pull this out here. All right. I'm gonna pour myself a shot here. Okay. This is a shot from all my homies. Okay. Oh God, I think I poured too much. All right.
I love when you pour too much, man. You're a lot of fun.
All right. So cheers to Between Two Slabs. Cheers.
Cheers into 2025. What a year. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, what a kicker.
It burns.
He is growing hair on his chest as we speak, folks. I can see the hair popping out of his chest.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Oh, look at it. He's turning Asian red.
I know. Here comes the lobster effect. Okay. All right. Okay. For the last time, probably forever, give your last minute plugs.
All right, guys. For those you don't know, I will be in Las Vegas this weekend at the Front Row Card Show. It's on Saturday and Sunday at the Rio de Janeiro Hotel in Las Vegas. Is Dan okay? I'll be there. I'll actually be there with a bunch of Saturday morning cards. So if you want to get some, I think I've got like Dick Tracy, Popeye, Rocketeer, Terminator. Come by to my table, get some. I'm also going to be taking submissions for audio media grading. Check them out at AMG on Instagram. Check out Saturday Morning Cards. Check out Merlin Collects, YouTube. Hopefully still TikTok. I don't know how long that's going to last, but hopefully for a while because I'm posting still on there. YouTube and Merlin Collects on eBay, everything. But I'll be there. Then, like I said, just with Saturday Morning Cards, we'll be at West Coast Card Show in mid-February. We'll probably be at the Collecticon as well. I don't know if I'll be there, and Saturday Morning Cards should be there too. We should all be there, and I'll be maybe posting things in the LA area. So check me out on IG if you want to see where I will be. I'll still be around in the Southern California area, hanging out with this guy next to me and the show locator and other guys who are in the SoCal area.
Yeah, guys, we're not leaving. Okay, you'll still see us. Okay, but it'll be mostly on Instagram and TikTok. So that's the place that you guys can follow us. We just won't be doing Between Two Slabs every week anymore, but we'll still be very active in the hobby. Yeah. So you'll see us at card shows. You'll see us making content, all that good stuff. So guys, please, if you haven't done so already, please give Saturday Morning Cards a follow on Instagram. If you guys caught any of my earlier rants or you stayed throughout this podcast, I hope that you guys will kind of see how passionate I am about building this brand. This is this company, Saturday Morning Cards. This is really a reflection about myself and how I view the hobby and how I want to make products for people like myself in the hobby, for collectors like you guys. So if you agree with any of that stuff, or if any of the things I said resonates with you, please support Saturday Morning Cards. Give us a follow, order from us. Whatever we need to do. Let's get this so that we don't get crap like this.
I know, right?
And we can get more quality products like this, guys. Okay, that's where my focus is going to be for the next year, 2025. It's all going to be about Saturday Morning Cards. So give us a follow there. Again, appreciate everybody that hung out with us tonight. If you won one of the giveaways, I will send it out to you sometime this week. The only guy I haven't heard from yet is Emmanuel. So Emmanuel, let me know which one you want, and I'll hook you up.
Emmanuel.
But everybody else, Carlos, Mark, Kev, John, Jeff, Ed, you're all going to get Saturday Morning Cards giveaways coming to you this week. So appreciate that. Just send me a DM on Instagram if you haven't done so. Thank you guys to everybody that hung out with us tonight. This was a fun way to kind of bookend and end this long journey that we've had. Hopefully you guys will see the next iteration of our content in the future. But for now, we appreciate everything, all the support from you guys. Thank you so much. And that's it. We're going to sign off. So appreciate it. For the last time, listen to the full intro. See you guys whenever we see you.
Two nerds wishing they could grow body hair. Comics, cards, and toys, nothing that would interest you. It's the podcast that